This podcast may contain offensive content. You have been warned.
I don't get it. Why even warn them, boss? You're not even in this episode.
Shut up, Skiz.
I had a 1 just before it, so I've now doled out 1 and 120.
Loosening it up. Yeah,
I should just bank those. We're just banking those 20s you rolled.
Oh, there we go.
There's actually a spell that specifically does that.
Or also just a class of wizard that does that.
Yeah.
But it keeps these
When
those 20s.
you roll a crit, you can save it for later?
No, you roll 2d20s, and you can save it for any other rolls.
Oh, yeah, that's like
divination school.
Divination.
That's pretty good.
All right, so we are back after a minor break. We are unfortunately Brendan-less because, real life and employment, working for dollars.
I'm just
ironically considering that Dolus just lost all our money.
Yeah.
So we are Brendan-less today, so we will roleplay around that, as it were.
Yeah, we're gonna
I find the best way to do it usually is just not mention them unless they're needed.
Yeah. It'll be a shockingly silent Dolus. Although he's not like he's like a chatterbox.
He's got reason to be quiet.
Yeah.
Shall we just assume that he's
Dolus
in the back
appears to
looking
be holding
ashamed
back
and,
tears.
and he's having a psychotic break of some kind.
Yeah, he's a bit horrified at his actual character trait has just literally ceased to exist now. Yeah. But yes, so last time we were in the Great Mithril Hall, the Dwarven capital. Tarek and the Head Smashers were tracking down Morgrun. They had survived a pre-ambush for a meeting. Vondel had disenfranchised one of his closest friends and allies, Merrick. You guys went and tracked down Morgrun to his extra-dimensional hidey hole that the knife had set up. And there you ambushed him and his bounty hunters. And then you discovered that his own abode was a spinning trap in itself.
Good home defenses.
Yeah. Kudos to the contractors who built this. They did
a
bang-up job.
They probably killed them after they finished the job, though.
It makes you wonder why you get into that industry.
You'd start nailing a piece of drywall and then stop, and rotate,
this is going to be easy.
Everyone has to work all the way around.
Everyone just stays in one place.
You just have one worker in every single room. Everyone switch over.
This is whole alarm system.
I guess, you just have to have a tools, all the tools in each room, so you don't have to run back and get your hammer.
Yeah. This is home alarm system.
After a vicious fight, Dolus chased his old roguish friend or foe who shanked him at the bar into a pocket dimension that he was not aware of. And then we all discovered what happens when you bring a portable hole into a pocket dimension.
Yeah.
You get zapped into the ethereal or the astral plane, and everything in the hole ceases to exist. So I believe the final tally is 80,000 gold of the Tarek and the Head Smashers is gone, and about 20 to 25,000 gold of Dolus's own personal stash is gone. The golden throne is gone, and all the bones he was collecting for.
all the body parts are finally
for his bone suit.
That's a small comfort for Vondel.
Pela as well. Pela is it's good that he has broken this and now can move forward, not collecting body parts.
When Brendan comes back, he had a really good and funny plan for that stuff. It was amazing. Right. You guys would have loved it.
You and the podcast.
We don't want to do it for him.
Yeah. And so you guys managed to destroy Morgrun and his snowy clone.
Yep.
Smiting him, the bounty hunter said, well, there's our contract gone.
Snow putty.
They decided to try and negotiate a peace, and out they went.
Yep.
And you guys are left.
We offered to pay them by check later.
It's good, man.
Yeah, and so you guys are left in Morgrun's secret abode.
Cool. Let's search the crap out of this place.
Woo!
Yeah, Vondel, his heart a little heavy, or at least full of feeling, having seen his longtime friend just slain by, I believe, Dolus killed him?
What?
You did?
I think Dolus did it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Dolus dealt the final blow.
My notes are sketchy from last time.
Are you gonna like?
Yeah.
One picture.
You're our chronicle.
Spinning. I think spinning's a good trick.
You were preoccupied at yours
I
last
forgot about that until just right this second.
Oh yeah, you were the
I think you-
huggest over.
Yeah, I think you actually fell asleep for
At
a brief
one point,
moment.
We'll mark it down on the timestamp. Trevor fell asleep.
Pretty sure.
Proud of you,
Right.
but you're not 20-something anymore.
Yeah.
True, I'm definitely not.
You're not crashing on my couch like Winters.
I'm definitely gonna go into his office though.
Oh, the office is the one
times,
for the north. Yeah.
This one? Oh, okay.
No, we're the north symbol.
And-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, this
Perfect.
is it. Perfect.
Yeah, so it's actually a very nice wood panel office, like very old school English library styles.
Look over here.
Give me either a perception or investigation check.
Oh, I'm definitely going with perception. That is 26.
Yes, you actually notice that there is the back bench that goes along the it saddles most of the back wall, and you go looking and you notice that in the felt in the material on the seats, there's actually a break or a small section on both sides, right behind where his main desk chair is.
Oh, I'll definitely. I was assuming it looks like a door of some kind.
It looks like almost like a fold up type of.
Oh, okay.
Because it's think of like booth seating type of thing.
Oh, right.
And so the back of the wall has like a back padding for where you can rest back, and then like a bottom seating. And it looks kind of like you could lift up the seat, the bottom part of
All right,
it.
cool.
Of
I
the
will
bench.
definitely lift that up.
You lift it up, and there in front of you is a nice cherry wood chest.
I assume locked.
Give me. there is a lock on it.
Okay, it's locked. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to do some kind of search for traps. That would be probably probably some perception. That is 22.
It's 22. The lock appears to be normal, and you don't see any mechanical doodads or anything like that sticking out of it.
What you got there, Vandal?
Appears a hidden chest underneath his desk. Locked, of course.
And put everyone else where you want if you're searching around or flipping.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
Adjacent to
I'm gonna
Vandal.
go search in this room
Okay.
when he gets to me. Obviously.
I'll stand and watch the.
Oh, and hey, yeah, this is the first game with our
yeah,
new
the
I'll
minis.
watch the trap go off.
with our new minis. We just
Yeah, you got to get a picture of these lovely new miniatures that we got from Hero Forge.
Not a sponsorship.
Also not sponsored.
Yeah, first and foremost, not a sponsorship, but I just decided to show these guys HeroForge.com.
One for the Instagram.
Check it out.
It is pretty awesome, actually. You can customize your character to be pretty much whatever you can think of, and plus their gear, like their weapons and stuff. It's pretty sweet.
I'll take a nice formal picture of it.
Again, not a sponsorship. I just happened to use it because I thought it was cool. And
But if you want to
turned out
sponsor
really
us,
well.
we're
If you want to
totally
give us
with
free ship,
Well, before I try to unlock this myself, I'm going to take a look around for a key of some kind. Or is it's a combination lock?
no, it's like a padlock.
Padlock?
Like it would require a key.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's
You
take a look.
should check his body.
Yeah, that's definitely the first.
Pela says helpfully.
yeah. That's... Thanks, Pela.
I was like, this isn't my first case in the joint.
As you search Morgren's body, you notice that
feel about that.
She's known that for a long time.
he actually doesn't have a whole lot of stuff on him. He just has pretty much a little bit of personal correspondence and no money, no keys, no nothing like that.
I'll definitely look at that personal correspondence.
Is this your friend or your tormentor? Who's been here?
He was my friend many years ago. We were crime buddies, and but now also tormentor. I did spare his life also.
Is this another Jamestown situation?
So wait, you spared his life once before, and now he.
We had a fight to the death at the end of my time as a criminal, and I could have dealt a killing blow, but I decided to walk away.
Is that the first time you've said you were a criminal? I think.
No, I've definitely come out to all these people.
We all know he
yeah.
has a shit.
I'm pretty positive.
Yeah,
This is the most
You're right.
specific you've ever been about it.
Yeah.
It was just like, wow, that's pretty heavy, Vondel. I'm sorry that he put you in a position where you finally had to take his life.
It was not an easy decision. Although, in many ways, I probably was just in the heat of the moment. But His actions were destroying our efforts and selling our name and making our job more difficult.
Well, you got to destroy him in the name of Palor, so I'd say that's a win.
Yeah. Also, here's a thought. The hand has many resources.
The knife.
The knife.
Sounds like a very generic band of shadowy ninjas.
Yeah. There is probably things that we can learn from either the organization or to see what other contacts they have. Which is now why I'm looking through this personal correspondence.
Wow. As you flip through the personal correspondence, it's actually, it looks like it's just messages he sent out to spies and scouts trying to track locations of where you've been or potential soft targets, quote unquote, as it were, where they could easily kill some people in a public way and then abscond without little recourse, and kind of very blatantly in the letter saying descriptions of what this person should shape change into to make it then look.
Who's the letter from?
Oh, these are from Morgan. He's been following us and trying to find our weaknesses, those that he could strike to set fear into our hearts.
Well, I'm not sorry he's dead.
No, actually I feel a lot better now. He really was such a dick. Let's look around some of these. I guess I'll look around the desk to see if there's any kind of...
The desk actually just appears to be like a very ornate carved desk, but it appears to be there's no drawers on the side of it. It looks like...
Palor goes under the desk. Looks around underneath it.
Yeah, you can see bits of gum stuck to the underside of it.
I'll look in this room here.
This room actually has the same type of benching that Morgan's office had, except there's a giant crystal ball floating on kind of like this blue mystical smoke over a red velvet table. You can notice two sort of purple cushioning things for just people to sit down. And you notice that it's very much in the same style as kind of like a crystal ball or a seeing stone type of thing.
A scrying stone?
There's a stone here. Some sort.
You're an elf? Clearly, you must know some things about that. Maybe?
Well, just, maybe. Let me think about that. Would that be...
Palor says, Vondel, are you suggesting that Hawk can just now suddenly knows about magic because she's an elf now?
I feel that her perceptions perhaps would be different.
That's kind of a stereotype.
Tarek yells from the other side of the hallway, "That's an awfully specific prejudice."
Prejudice? I don't think. Maybe it is.
That's the definition
definitely
of
a stereotype.
Yeah.
Vondel still sits near Dola still sits near the center of the room, just kind of awestruck, just kind of mumbling to himself, "It's gone. It's all gone.
80,000 gold.
It's all gone. Who's going to be my friend now?"
All those body parts.
Can I poke at the stone with something? I'll poke it with the tip of my sword.
Yeah,
That's how a barbarian makes an Arcana check.
No, it is still just our Hawk. I guess.
It sounds like metal hitting glass. Tink, tink.
What do you think this is, guys?
It is floating on its own. There is no physical force.
It looks like it's a scrying globe. He was probably using it to spy on Vondel and the rest of us. That's how he knew where we were.
Very interesting.
I'm gonna check out this space here. I'm just looking again.
Yes. As you go into there, you notice that it's a weird cross between an alchemical lab and a actor's makeup studio. And it looks like this is where a lot of thievery things, disguises, poisons.
I want to take his face.
Whatnot seems to be. It's kind of weird to see the two mashed together. There's a table for the mortar and pestle to grind ingredients together. There's a sink to wash out and drain things, but also another sink to clean your face after you've done a disguise or modified yourself in some way. It looks quite extensive, as there's some high quality makeups and wigs and prosthetics.
All right. It's just probably the center where he would disguise himself to move around in the night and follow us probably too. I don't know that bastard. I'm gonna hang out. Hey, Tarek, what have you found?
Okay, are you done looking or searching, or are you still doing your thing?
I guess I'll search. Is there? Do I see anything else in the room? Or just this?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Wait, why am I rolling advantage on that? Sorry. 19.
19 in total?
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually notice that very similar to the bench in Morgan's office, there's right at the back wall, you can see kind of two separations in the cloth and material that looks like you could possibly lift up this section.
Okay, I'll kick it with my foot. Open it.
You kick it open, boom, and there's no chest in there, but there's actually one piece of paper wrapped up in a small ribbony type of thing.
I found something. I'll reach in and grab it.
Yeah.
What is it, Hakaliana?
A piece of paper wrapped up in something.
I meant what's on the paper.
Is it a scroll?
Yes. Let me just read it.
You slide.
Can you do that now?
You slide the little string that's keeping it together.
You're a better person.
As you unroll, give me an Arcana check.
Arcana check.
Educated.
0 on this thing. Here we go. 14.
14. You know it's magical in nature, but you're not quite sure.
I think it's magic.
Oh, you should give it to Vondel.
Vondel.
I'll come on over.
Here.
Thanks. I assume
Here,
you found.
dwarf, read this.
I assume you found this underneath there. Yeah, I'll do an Arcana check or.
Roll it up.
Some guidance.
Yeah, it's not actually a great roll. It's worse than what he got.
You shake it.
But I guess I'll unfurl the roll.
Yeah. It's written in a language you don't understand, and if it hadn't been for Hawk or Hakliana thinking that it was magical, you just assume this is just a piece of parchment.
Oh, interesting. Are you sure about that, Hakliana?
I'll give that back. Who have we got here?
I'm like, this is not magic, Hakliana. It is written in something I don't recognize. Pela, perhaps you recognize it.
You know things. Take a look at this.
Hops over and takes a look at the scroll.
Also give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, that's not something I can do.
This is why your bard does it.
-1.
12.
I got a 14
you
total.
Yeah, I'm the
You
magic
like
guy, dude.
Hakliana, you think it's magical, but you can't make any sense of it.
Oh, you
Okay,
oh,
you should
useless. Here.
show it to Tarek.
Tarek, you read this, please.
Oh, okay. Why are everybody's prints all over this? That's a 28.
Yeah. So what you can tell is that through all the thumbprints and kind of like just like people looking at it, kind of crinkling the sides of it, you actually can tell it's a spell. It's a spell scroll of Cone of Cold.
It's called a cold spell.
Oh, well, that's very useful.
It says right on the top, cold of cold.
Of course. I was just testing you. Pat, you did very well for a dragonborn. Okay, let's keep going.
Pela's going to try to open this chest.
All right.
Oh, jeez.
While everybody else is running around, she just stands in front of it and focuses her chi and is just going to try to punch the lock open.
Punch the lock open. Okay.
Yeah.
As you punch down, you can actually see a rune kind of light up on the top of the chest.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to need everyone in that hallway to give me a Constitution save.
Nice.
It's going this way?
Yeah.
So me.
Oh, man.
I got 21.
Oh, oops.
21.
15. That's pretty good. Bad roll.
One second. I'm rolling a lot of
Damage, presumably?
I'm rolling d8s, and I haven't rolled lower than a 7.
Oh, jeez.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that was on the hallway.
That was impulsive, I now realize.
Yeah, really impulsive.
I regret that decision.
Okay. So, what did everybody
What did we learn
Tarek
today,
and Hawk?
Kayla?
What'd you guys get?
15.
Oh, I'm over
21.
here. I'm on the side.
Okay. Yeah.
Am I covered or do I still?
No, you're okay. So, Pela, you succeed, so you are taking half of 58 force damage.
Sweet.
Jesus.
Hakliana, you're taking the full brunt of 58 force damage,
God.
and you're being knocked back 60 feet.
Oh my
So
god!
right into
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oof.
1 second, I gotta roll up your...
I must get knocked down from that, do I?
Oh yeah,
You probably take
prone.
damage from the. If he chooses, you can take damage
Just
from.
resting on my cape now. There we go.
And you're also taking...
So 58?
Yep, and you're also taking...
Okay, I gotta get my health calculator
6.
out here. Which is just a regular calculator that I used for my health.
And you're also taking 19
It's
blood...
descriptive rather than.
You're also taking 19
specific
blood
calculator.
damage from being blown back into the wall.
Ooh.
Pela, you notice that as the force explosion goes off, that the entire room seems immaculate and looks like it was untouched by...
Whoa! Guys, did you see that?
What?
Damn!
From the back, you can see Hakliana is just like thrown back against like a kitchen
Are you
a
okay?
shelf with full of food. It's like all falling down on top of her. And...
This
Did I
is
break
not
the lock at
acceptable.
least?
Oh yeah, the locks are broken.
Not acceptable. Not Acceptable.
Sorry about that. Should have probably told you to brace yourself.
Yeah, you actually, you kind of pulled that magician trick where you actually went clear across the dining room table in the kitchen, pulled the tablecloth off of it, all the stuff on the table is perfectly fine, but you smashed and knocked everything off the shelves in the kitchen.
All right, I kick open the chest.
Yes,
That took me to like about half health, by the way. And I saved against it.
It was hard for me.
So what you find inside is you find 4 horseshoes bound together in what appears to be golden hair, and you find 2 potion vials, as well as 250 gold pieces and a leather-bound tome.
Dibs on the horseshoes. Horselina's gonna love those.
Hold on a second.
We should probably do identify scroll or something on it.
Tarek, perhaps you could come here and lend us your arcane experience with some of these items here. Are these horseshoes magical? It seems weird that he would keep horseshoes.
But they're lovely.
How many are there?
There's just like
They're 4 and they're all bound together?
Yeah, at
We
the
haven't
top,
identified
like,
Actually, I'm just gonna ask if, because I knew this guy for a long time, would I recognize or know why he would have these?
No, you don't
Okay.
never recognize this.
That'd be very weird. That's really weird. I guess I will do some kind of history or arcana check.
Arcana check would be
Okay, all right. Arcana, I'll do
History
that.
check would work too, actually. Yeah, I'd allow a history check.
All right, my history check is 9.
9, you can't really pull
Yeah,
it.
no worries.
You're
What?
confused by
Yeah.
the golden hair, but the horseshoes look immaculate, though.
Yeah,
They look made out of some iron.
Golden
I
hair.
don't understand why a crime boss would keep so many horseshoes bound with hair.
Maybe it's some kind of personal memento of his.
Tarek, what do you think?
Ooh.
History. Yeah,
Boring.
history or arcana check if you want.
All right. Yeah, I'll do history.
That is obviously a collector's edition horsehair.
Oh no.
We are dumb in this once again.
17 for history.
No, that'll do
Okay.
it. You've seen these, you've heard and seen these horseshoes before. You can actually, inside the little grooves are small little runes and incantations. You actually know these to be horseshoes of the Zephyr.
Oh.
It comes
Okay.
with a description.
So yeah, horseshoes of the Zephyrs. Okay, these iron shoes come in a set of 4. While all 4 shoes are fixed to the hooves of a horse or similar creature, they allow the creature to move normally while floating 4 inches above the ground.
What? Orsolina's gonna love this.
This effect means the creature can cross or stand on non-solid surfaces such as water or lava. The creature leaves no tracks and ignores difficult terrain. In addition, the creature can travel up to 12 hours a day without suffering exhaustion from a forced march.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Okay.
Pamela tosses
Anyone else?
the horseshoes to Hakaliana.
Oh, she's gonna love these.
And
They're
you don't have to attune
amazing.
to those. You just put them on Horselina and got yourself a floating horse.
How would you make a horse attuned to something?
They're very soulful creatures.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I apologize to the question fans out there.
For the potion vials, you just have to look at the labels of it. One of
Oh, there's potions?
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna run over. Can I make an insight check to just pick one?
Oh, no, they're in the chest.
They're in the chest?
Yeah,
Okay.
in the chest.
Yeah, to pick one at random and just be like, that one looks good.
Okay. I'll do a 50-50. Or actually, you know what? Say odds. or
Well,
evens.
can I use insight? I'm like, she's just going with gut instinct to be like, yeah, that's the right one.
I don't.
Isn't that what insight represents?
I'd say it's if you're trying to.
Instinct?
I'd say it's more of a percentage thing because just trying to figure out yeah, because if you're just doing it off the dash and not reading the label,
Yeah.
I'd say just roll roll odds or evens and pick one.
Okay. I don't need D20 for that.
You could use D20.
D4.
More fine-tuned percentages.
I'll call odds. And I rolled a 2.
So you got evens. You actually pick it up and you turn around. It says oil of sharpness on it.
No, I'm not going to drink that.
Well, someone give me a history check.
Oh.
Tarek.
I have history.
All right.
This is a more common.
I have a -1 in history, so I got a 7.
7. No, it's some type of oil. If it's sharp oil doesn't sound too appetizing.
Not so good. 15?
That's perfect.
Okay.
So
Did you say oil of sharpness?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a...
So what what an oil of sharpness is essentially it's a magical oil that you coat either a piercing or slashing weapon with, and for 1 hour it will count as a +3 magic weapon.
Does he say that out loud?
Yeah. Well, no, that's your choice, Tarek. Your choice.
It's an oil for either a piercing or a slashing weapon. If you put it on for an hour, that weapon will be +3.
Whoa!
In the D&D sense of it.
Caleb pockets the potion.
Yeah. So it's basically Witcher oil.
Yeah. You can also put it on ranged weapons, and it's so there's 5 charges in your vial right now, and for ranged weapons, you can use 5 pieces of ammunition to count as 1 charge.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah, and it lasts for 1 hour.
Let's
Use that with
Well,
my
yeah, that
crossbow.
actually will go well with my shirt.
Use that with my crossbow. No, that won't work.
And my sword. Yeah, Pele's already pocketed it. As soon as you explain what it was, she's like, "Yep, that's useful." Puts it away. Okay, what's the second one?
It takes an action to apply it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pick up the other.
The second one is a potion of cloud giant strength. For 1 hour, your strength ability or attribute counts as 27.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Huck the perfect.
That sounds something I might find useful.
Oh, actually, strength is 26.
Yeah, you're already you're walking around at superhuman strength now. Pele tosses the vial to Hakliana.
Give me a dexterity check, Hawk.
Oh no. This is an effect I can see.
Dexterity check.
It's not a saving throw. Damn it. Okay. Oh, I'm exhausted, so I have disadvantage.
Oh no!
You need to burn your inspiration.
You're in the
Ooh,
room.
not too bad. Not too bad. +2, so 16.
Yep, perfect.
Oh.
Okay.
Kind of bobble it kind of juggles around your hand a
you
little
almost
bit.
dropped it.
So that's a potion that makes my strength 27.
Yeah, and it lasts for 1 hour.
And Vonda will pick up this tome.
You open up the tome, and it is essentially the detailed plans of... It's almost like finding Wile E. Coyote's blueprints of him setting you up and trying to manipulate Conrad Braun Anvil into levying the bounties against your face.
Oh, wow. This is incredible. This is the perfect kind of evidence we can use to clear our name.
It's the smoking gun.
Well, this plus the correspondence that we have from on it from his person, I think that this may allow us to win our good name back in the Sword Coast.
Pele beams. She's like, I knew I should punch that chest.
Vondel has a nice ring to it.
I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, I guess so. As long as I get these horseshoes for Horselina, I'm okay.
That's a very...
Alright.
Yeah, that's...
Tarek's gonna... Can I do investigation in the kitchen? I guess there's nothing left in the room.
Sure,
but
give me
I'll just
investigation for kitchen.
Investigation is +6. 12.
You find some chicken nuggets.
Oh, I'd totally eat the chicken nuggets.
But do they have the Szechuan dipping sauce?
Give me another investigation.
Yeah, it's like Tarek starts smacking his lips like, man, these are dry. I could use some sauce. And he finds 16.
I'm gonna play this one by ear and say you actually find kind of like in the back of like a cold storage box. You kind of lift it up. Yeah. You notice a little kind of like aluminum foil packet of sauce. Give me an Arcana check on it.
All right.
It's definitely cursed.
Cursed paste.
17.
17? Yeah, this is the mystical sauce from the province of Szechuan. you know from the history and lore, this sauce is so good that if you actually spend a short rest eating the sauce, it counts as all the effects of a long rest.
Oh,
damn.
Tarek kind of looks around and just like quietly pockets it.
You do know it has to be stored cold though.
Oh, okay. Oh, so I don't know if do I want to eat it now?
Well, I think we'll probably have a short rest in here while we're investigating and while I read this tome. Shall we count this as a short rest time?
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, I could spend a hit die after that trap.
Once. It only works once. You've only got enough for one.
So Tarek, decides just to pulls up a chair and sits down and starts eating the nuggets in the Szechuan.
He's been in there an awfully long time.
Pele, as soon as he cracks the foil open, this sweet and sour
Oh my god. What's that
sauce
smell?
just kind of wafts over the air.
Tarek, what did you find?
I
was going to run down to the kitchen.
Yeah, you run in just as he puts the last nugget in his mouth. He's kind of got like the sauce smeared all over his face.
That's cold, man.
What do you want?
You didn't even share one?
What? What?
Taylor just shakes her head, walks
that
back.
was a really exhausting fight, and I took a lot of hits.
Whatever it was.
I'm actually going to go check out the bedroom over
Pocket
here.
dimension bedroom. So you walk in. You can see Tarek in the kitchen, and this looks like as if you walked into a really fancy hotel. Like all the the sheets are folded and crisp. There's fresh linens in the corner. There's a wash basin with continuous water going, and all the furniture has been sized to your size.
What?
But when you looked at from the outside, it appeared like a regular human-sized bed. But as soon as you walked into it, it kind of just blinked, and all of a sudden, everything is
awesome.
sized to a halfling. The windows are a bit round. As you look out, you can actually see like rolling hills and golden grass and blue skies. It feels home, but you know it's not natural when you look through those windows.
That's still amazing. She's in awe. She's actually gonna go curl up on one of the beds.
Yeah, it feels like you're putting your head on a cloud. And kind of just like warm sunshine raining down on your face.
I'm just gonna take a nap for a while, guys.
Yeah, Tarek, when you saw Kayla go into the pocket dimension, she just poof disappeared.
Tarek goes up to the window and just kind of like knocks on it.
You go into the bedroom?
No. Is there a window there?
No, there's like it's an open doorway.
It's an open doorway.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, watch out if you have any bags of holding on. You
Tarek, while standing outside the threshold, kind of pokes his head in, looks around, and goes like, "Pela."
Oh shit! Yeah, do you have a bag of holding on you?
No, I gave it to Hawk a while ago.
Okay.
Oh, I have a bag of holding?
With the magic carpet, remember? Because you had the carpet on you, and that's where it's stored.
Okay.
Good for you.
Yeah, I just remember that myself. Because I was like, good thing.
Pela?
Just lying down for a bit.
You don't hear anything back from her, and you hear Tarek calling for you.
Pela.
Is he in the room?
No,
but I hear him.
He's in the kitchen. Yeah.
I'm just gonna rest my eyes for a little bit. I'll be out in a second.
Pela.
You still hear nothing, Tarek. You don't even see her anymore.
Oh man. Pela, are you in here?
Shut up! I'm trying to take a nap. I said.
What's going on? Where's Pela?
I
Why are you shouting at her?
Pela. I saw Pela go into this room and then nothing.
Wait, in this room? I'll go in the room.
I
Wait, no, I don't.
Wait, you do or you don't?
I said I did.
Oh no!
Twice in the same.
Wow.
Classic Hawk.
Classic
One
Hawk.
second,
He's
one
still our
second.
Hawk.
The
Well,
DM's now getting at the DM's guide.
She is still our Hawk.
Oh my
Does
god.
anyone have a list of what was in that bag?
I just had the magic carpet in there.
And
I was carrying it.
our
I didn't know I had it.
carpet.
It's alright. It's
I just told you, literally, that I gave it to you. And then you walked in the room.
When? Oh, well.
Like, literally
Oh, I know
30
that.
seconds
Yeah.
ago.
No, I know that.
Hawk,
At that point, I did know,
I
and I
have
just
some
forgot.
terrible news for you.
Uh-oh.
Tarek, Hakliana, as you step through, you actually see that a different portal opens up, and Hakliana just walks through. Hakliana, you are now stuck in the astral plane.
Do I see this happen when he enters the room?
You actually don't see it. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
Okay, because I'm not actually asleep yet.
No, I know.
Do I see or hear him, like, enter the pocket dimension?
You see Tarek react outside.
I can see Tarek.
Yeah.
Alright, I hop up and I run over to Tarek.
You run outside the room, and Tarek is like, Pela pops up.
Startled.
What
Completely
happened?
startled.
Why do you look so distraught?
Oh my god. Where did you go? Where did you disappear to?
I just went in the bedroom.
No, you
back
disappeared. You disappeared when you went through the
Taylor
threshold.
looks back through the...
It appears like a normal bedroom. Your halfling-style bedroom has disappeared.
And
Oh.
Hakaliana just went in there after you. She disappeared, but she hasn't come back out.
It was like a giant blue and purple portal that
Yeah.
Hakliana got sucked into.
There's this giant portal that disappeared out of nowhere when she went in. I have no idea where she went. I don't know if she's alive or dead.
That's bad.
Dolus, what happened to you when you went in there?
Yeah, I guess he's needed now.
Yeah.
That's true. Pele yells over at the near comatose Dolus. What happened when you went in there?
Say, I got sucked into another dimension, and all my stuff it's gone. It's bammoed. It got whammied. It doesn't exist anymore.
Wait, what dimension were you on?
Quick, I'll make up. He's got a low intelligence. I'll make up one for Dulles. We'll fix it later. That's a 6. He is. I don't know.
Okay, he's obviously useless to us right now.
I had to banish myself back, but
Banish? Like from the astral plane?
yeah, or some type of plane.
Okay, Pele's gonna go over to the scrying room and she's going to sit down, cross-legged, in front of it, and she's going to start meditating, and she's going to use empty body and spend 8 ki, which I think is, well, did we take a short rest already? Yes, because I spent a hit dice. Okay, good. So...
he doesn't have plane shift on the staff. Let's see if he has it.
Okay, so I spend 8 ki to cast the actual projection spell on myself.
And you pop yourself into the astral plane. You zip up, and you can actually
Hold on,
see...
what kind of kaleidoscopic crazy bullshit do I see in my mind's
silver
eye?
and wispy, like clouds of formless vapor.
Is it Dr.
No,
Strange? Or is
there's
it...
no solid forms almost anywhere.
You actually see what appears to be silvery, translucent creatures. It's kind of like almost like giant astral plane whales just surfing through.
Pale waves at them.
They pay you no mind. But you do see a completely, as you look down, your body is also silvery and translucent with a bright glowing cable.
like Bill and Ted at the end.
Yeah, you've got like a bright glowing like rope or line coming off your hip and going straight off into the ether.
And it just disappears in the distance?
It disappears in the distance. You can notice that Hakliana is solid and does not have that same...
I yell at her, Hakliana!
Yeah, you...
Oh, hi!
Do I walk over to her? Do I float?
Fly,
I just
fly. It's a three-dimensional area.
All right, I fly over to Hakliana.
Whoa, you're flying!
You notice that there's actually...
Why are you doing that thing with your voice?
It seemed appropriate. I've been floating here for... Well, I've been floating here.
You notice that your bag of holding is now gone.
My bag of holding's gone.
Oh, you came in a pocket dimension with a portable hole.
That sounds like something I might have done.
Kayla's like, yeah, that'll do it. Okay, that's the good news. We know what happened to you. The bad news is, I'm not really here, and I don't think I can take you back with me.
Oh, okay. I float upside down. I'm like slowly.
Is Hakliana floating?
Yeah,
everyone's floating in ether.
We all float down here.
Oh, no! It's tremendous.
Wait, are you upside down or am I upside down?
You actually look around. You can't get your basis for any right way.
Hakliana, I think that you're going to have to brace yourself because a place like this could possibly cause you to lose your mind.
That's
you need to focus and create what's around you with your own sense of the universe.
Okay.
Just as a side note, I did not think this is where this was going today.
I just wanted to take a nap. Thanks, Tarek.
Thanks, Tarek.
Yeah, you kicked off the series of events.
How did that happen?
Hawk wouldn't have run over and into this room unless you were like, hey, where's Pale?
Yeah, you caused a panic here.
And not
Who's the person that went into the dimensional?
Man, I was just rolling one hit die to regain some hit points. You have to turn it into a thing. All right, Pale is
okay, so I should just think of things that are familiar.
Yeah, I think that'll help.
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh,
Me too.
Yeah, both of you.
I'm basing this just on like my monk knowledge. I don't have any actual learning about this.
I'm at disadvantage for the zeros, so 11, not bad.
3.
Yeah, you guys are kind of just... You're not quite sure what to do with this situation of how to get someone who's actually physical material out of an immaterial plane.
Okay, you know what? There's got to be other astral beings here, right? This is the astral plane. That stands to reason. I'm going to go ask for someone for help.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll come with you.
Give me a perception check.
Okay, Pale's going to
Are you
reach
really?
out
Are you
with
seriously
her.
going to speak astral whale to something?
I speak anything.
Yeah, she's
I have tongue of the sun and moon.
This is why monks have this ability.
Perception? 20.
20. You
Not
actually
natural.
can see what appears to be... they kind of look like
whale.
floating marshmallows with two googly eyes popping at the top. They're solid. They're material. They kind of look like jellyfish floating in the astral space. Give me a nature check.
A nature check. I have -1 in nature.
11.
Roll big, yeah. You know these as flumps.
Flumps.
They're lawful good creatures.
Pale flies up to them and she says, "Hail, noble flumps."
Like, ooh!
visitor.
You don't see this every day.
No, I normally. In fact, this is the first time I've ever astrally projected myself, but I did pass the exam back
You're doing
in
great,
the monastery.
actually. As I
Thanks,
float around.
Ariana. I appreciate that. My friend here has accidentally gotten herself materially shifted to this plane of existence.
Well, so you know what they say on the astral plane: there are no astral accidents. And kind of like nudges his tentacle over to his friend. They go kind of like a flumpish laugh. It sounds kind of like a.
Yes, very amusing.
It's if you knew more about the plane, you'd be rolling around in stitches.
It's
right
I
I'm
think it's funny.
still picking up the humor.
now. His Hawkeye just kind of like goes 360 around.
Just okay. You know what?
That's an excellent flipping, sir.
Hawk, Liana, you know what you need to start focusing on is gravity. Some direction that is down for you.
What if aren't they all down?
Oh God.
Yeah, technically she's right.
What if there's only one direction and it's down? Whoa.
So I was wondering
Okay, I'm
if you
now
could
imagining one-dimensional
help us, perhaps help her return to the material plane.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage. These flumps are kind of...
That gives me a 10.
Yeah, you see the flump go, well, I mean, we can't give you the specifics, but the astral plane isn't as difficult as people think. It's a plane just like any other state of existence.
That's
In
what I
fact,
was just thinking.
It's just a hub of where you want to be and where you want to go.
See, I was
Oh.
on the right track with what I was saying earlier. So you're saying
Yeah.
my friend here just needs to focus her will and attention on where she needs to be, i.e. home, and she'll be able to get there eventually?
Yes, whatever she decides is the best place for her to be, and she can focus sternly enough, then the doorway will open up for
So
her.
you're saying that what I will to be will be?
Where you will to go, you will travel.
Oh. I'm going to try willing myself this way.
You see Hakiana kind of drift off to the left a little bit, kind of waving her
I
hands in
think
the
it's working.
You already did that. We came from over there, remember?
Oh,
You-
that's yes.
You flew right over here.
How many more from there to here's until I'm there?
You hear one of the flumps say, 27.5.
Of course. I should have known that.
Pela thanks the flumps.
It is just
profusely.
being strong-willed and thinking of where you want to go. Have a good day. You notice it's kind of doing the same thing Hakiana was doing. Tourists always fall for that.
Pela is actually kind of amazed at how well Hakaliana is adjusting to this plane of existence.
So essentially, give me an intelligence check to see and tell me where you want to concentrate and where you want to go.
Where do I want to go? Did I want to go back to... I'd want to go back... I don't know if I'd want to go back, like, home. You see? This is the thing.
Where's home for you?
The battlefield.
That's with us.
That's right.
The site of your most recent battlefield, which would be right here.
I want to... let's see. I'm trying to think of climactic battles in that fight. I feel like I would want to go back and, like, just before my last kill that I killed.
What did you kill in that fight?
I believe you killed Saul in the...
Who's Saul?
Saul was the wizard.
Oh. You cut down a wizard?
Most recently.
There's so many murders. It's
Yeah.
hard to keep track of them.
Crossed over in your own timeline, man. That's not cool.
All right.
You want to travel back
Not sure
to
that's how
that
that works,
moment?
but cool.
What I think of, the most thing I remember most was the last time, like my last kill, right? Like in the heat of battle.
He's going Terminator. He's crossing
Your
over into
blade
his own timeline.
slicing into enemy flesh.
Right. Maybe I'm quantum leaping a little bit.
I would need your horses and glasses.
Yeah, that's where I'd go.
Or are you making
To your last-
reverse?
to your
Halo, I guess,
Yeah.
is watching Hakaliana
Yeah,
while
so-
she's focusing.
So Hakiana, where are you going to go?
To the last place, like to the moment of my last kill.
All right, give me an intelligence check.
Oh.
Oh man,
Do you still have
Exhausted?
disadvantage?
Yeah, it's
Because you're
exhausted.
exhausted.
you're making a
Oh.
reverse
And
flash.
it's intelligence?
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Woo! Okay.
Hawk was
I've
the
got
flash.
inspiration.
Hakaliana's
Yeah,
the
you can
reverse
ask
I
flash.
use my
Yeah, I think you
inspiration.
should use it. Cancel out that disadvantage.
19.
Oh, good roll.
Wait, it's intelligence?
Yeah.
Yeah, just 19. 19
Oh,
flat.
good roll. Good
You
roll.
see Hakiana, begin to concentrate, and you notice that her material form begins to kind of flicker and kind of like phase. And you know, she kind of just translucent, kind of fades out right in the middle of the spinning room, right next to the transport crystal inn. You hear a kind of a distinctive like,
Okay.
Yeah, right there.
as Hakliana comes back into existence.
Damn!
Oh, but I'm not back in time.
No, unfortunately.
So does Pela see her like fade from the astral plane?
Yeah, she's now fade from the astral plane.
Wow,
Paradox.
she really picked that up fast. I was not expecting that. Thanks, Flumps.
I immediately fall over because I'm like seasick. I'm like, whoa!
Yeah, gravity kind of just like pulls everything back.
Up his back! Up his back!
Do you throw up?
Oh yeah, I threw up.
I guess Vondel, you see that happen.
Yeah, actually, you kind of hear it happen.
I'm still in trance.
Vondel,
Hey,
come down.
no, I'm not getting in your vomit.
Look, it's
How long has it
staying
been
on
for
the
us?
floor.
I'd say it's been about
Wow.
15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
I think I've
It'd be
experienced
hilarious
a
if
much
it was
longer
like
time.
just a really long time, and me and Vonda were forced to like live in here for a while.
Yeah, I feel like I've probably been watching Pela, just like, what is she doing?
She's
Well,
perfectly
you know,
Yeah.
she's meditating.
Just like lotus
Yeah.
position, her eyes are
seen her
closed.
meditate.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't know
Not
what
like
that-
this. She's never
Yeah.
traveled into the astral plane before.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like I
different.
was there for 2 weeks. But there was no time. I don't know. but I
I'd
was
be
just
okay
there a
with
really
that.
long
I would be
time.
like, yeah, me and Mondo, the odd couple, living there for 2 weeks.
Do
No,
I,
no,
do
not
I
too- I
see
can-
like the
20
physical
minutes.
world
So-
superimposed
so,
over
No,
this?
but I'm saying like he said he felt like he was there for 2
Wait,
weeks.
one second. I'll do a dice roll on tens of minutes to see how many minutes it was.
Oh, okay.
It was 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a fair amount of time.
Sorry, what did you say?
Oh.
Do I see like the physical world superimposed over, or am I just like in a formless
you're
void?
You're in another plane completely.
All right, I'm going to take one last look around, see if there's anything like interesting.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
13 plus 5
Astral
is 18.
Yeah, you can see off in the distance what appears to be maybe looks like kind of like an astral plane thunderstorm coming down the pipe. You can actually see you're kind of this like tranquility, calm ocean, and you can already see just the waves of mana and etherealness just kind of crashing each other on top of each other, and you know, like giant translucent waves, maybe the size of a castle tower, just crashing down on top of you. You can see like these bolts of bright, crisp blue lightning striking through nothingness and just kind of going down and coming back from the top on top of itself.
Wow. That is pretty awesome. Pela takes like a good long look at it, just like the universe is even greater and larger and grander than she ever imagined back in the monastery. And then she's going to travel back to her physical self.
And also, not so much as the distinct popping noise, but your eyes realign with reality, and you are...
Oh, Vondel, how's it going? Is Hakliana back?
Yeah, she arrived just before you.
Oh yeah, I'm back. As I walk back, I try and float through the thing, so I like bump on it and fall over. Everything's pretty solid right now. Lots of solid things. I'm like, I'm trying to poke everything to decide if I can walk through it or if I have to walk around it.
Yeah, you see Hakliana kind of testing things out with her axe again. Just kind of touching things. Kind of just as like that are you there poke to Pela, like, can my fingers go through you? I'm not sure.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here, Hakliana. So let's not do that again.
I think we're only down to one bag of holding now.
I have a bag of holding.
What even happened? I was just formless.
Tarek,
I try and float sideways and fall over sideways again.
down Hakliana goes, Tarek, you know from
have
experience
it,
and just from stories about it, and you now have 2 new stories to add to it of people taking portable holes or bags of holding into pocket dimensions.
One after the other.
Maybe write a cautionary tale about that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Hawk, you know what, Hakliana, you know what you did? You took a bag of holding into a pocket dimension. Yeah, that's what Dolos did, and that's what happened to him.
Dolos is like, whoa.
Hey, 80,000.
I know it is.
80,000! Untraceable!
I'm going to snoop into this room, actually, since we're still exploring.
Oh,
That actually looks like a washroom.
That room. And then, alright, so I don't think there's anything special in there. I'm going to go into this space.
As you come into that
Which
space,
is
you
at
can
the
see
top.
what appears to be a gargoyle pop up, kind of roars at you, and takes
Oh, jeez.
Oh, right, it's a training room.
gets a 26 to hit you.
That will hit me.
Hits you for 1 point of damage.
Oh, jeez.
You can fire back if you want.
No, that's all right. Like imagine it kind of like bonks me in the head and barely hurts. I'll like push it back.
You actually, as soon as you make physical contact with it, it just kind of like disappears into ether.
Oh, that was a weird alarm.
That was a training dummy.
Yeah, you are on kind of like wrestling mats on the ground. You can see
okay.
weapons hanging on the wall and whatnot.
Oh, all right. Training room. I guess I'll see if anything seems interesting. Probably not though.
Yeah.
Perception check of 15.
15. Yeah, everything seems mundane. It just looks like regular. Like if these weapons get wrecked, you don't really care what would happen to them. Type of stuff.
All right, and then walking up to this,
Yes.
to the other end. What do I see?
Okay,
Before
so-
I go in there, I'm gonna like.
So in this room, you can see what appears to be after Morgan had been slain. You notice that you remember it being kind of like a gargoyle type of statue, but it's kind of taking this kind of round cylinder type of stone feature. You notice that there's 2 bowls of water on pedestals in the room with like this kind of arcane design on the floor. And as you get closer in, you actually can feel kind of like a very holy presence. As you get closer and closer, you notice that the stone cylinder begins to change and morph and turns into an image of Palor.
Oh. I will sort of mesmerized walk closer towards it.
Yeah, it looks like a full on, like you've seen statues of Palor just about everywhere you've gone. You're well familiar with it. It looks like a statue to your deity.
Oh. I will do. Yeah, I guess I will like do an Arcana check to see what's going on here. I do not understand what's going on here. It's a 7.
This is, even for someone who worships Palor, this is way beyond your idea of. It doesn't feel divine, but it somehow is connected to divine energies.
This is very strange. Why would Palor appear to me here? Tarek.
You're right.
Tarek, as you come around the corner, you can see that the stone cylinder also changes for you, but actually it turns into a statue of Bahamut.
Oh.
Do I see that, or do I
And
still
this
see
still looks like
Palor?
Palor to you.
Oh, wow.
And it looks like Vondel's in awe of a statue of Bahamut.
That's a pretty... I know, right? That's a pretty great statue with a big B.
That's a funny way to spell Palor.
What are you talking about? It's Bahamut. What are you looking...
Wait, you see a statue of Bahamut here?
Yeah, who else could inspire such awe other than Bahamut?
Well, clearly his mighty Lord Palor.
What are you guys fighting about?
Yeah, we hear this argument.
All right, do you still follow Groomsh?
Do I still follow Groom?
Well, you said you no longer hear the drums of groups in battle.
Well, I would think I follow Groom.
Yeah, so as you come in, you can see this big, hulking, one-eyed orc with a big, bloody battle axe in one hand, and a big claw, a big maul in the other hand, just kind of stay. And on the stone precipice below it, it's just like shattered bodies below it. As you can see, both Vondel and Tarek are talking about this awesome statue of Groomsh.
Hakayana does this amazing ceremonial thing and sort of bows down on your knees. He'll take your heads and hang them upon pikes.
Okay, Pela's looking down the hallway at the 3 of them.
You don't follow religion, do you?
Pela honors all the gods. Her particular monastery.
But you're not like a devout follower of.
They don't single out any particular one for more attention than the others.
It appears they're praying. They're all getting riled up over a round cylinder piece of stone.
What are they doing?
I thought it was gonna be like a Last Supper, just all the gods.
Can I make a religion check?
That
yeah.
Last Supper is only one god. The Last Supper only has one god on it.
Oh,
Many say
well, I mean, super, just all the other gods just.
from what
sitting on
Tarek, Vondel, and Hawk are all saying
like
together at the same
airport
time, you feel that they're each having their own personal religious experience with the cylinder of stone.
Incredible. It must be some kind of shifting proto-religious artifact they all interpret in their own manner.
Hakayana cuts her hand and smears the blood on the chest
Whoa,
of the statue.
whoa! What you doing about it, man?
For Tarek and for Vondel, you actually see that the statue of Grim should be much bigger in Tarek's or in Hakliana's reality. That she's actually rubbing her hand in midair against nothingness and just blood's kind of running down the side. While it's in your reality, Hakliana, you're just smearing the blood all over the chest of Rouge. You still hear no drums though.
Sorry, Palor, what were you saying? This is clearly some kind of deception here.
Yes, it looks like it's a shrine that personalizes itself to each person that views it. I see a simple representation of the prototype behind all religious belief, but I'm sure each of you are seeing your own personalized visions of your god.
What do you mean seeing? Just look at the statue. It's Grumsh.
No, it's Bahamut.
Okay, I thought you were the one who knew about history and stories. Can you not see the great sword of Grumsh?
Just look at Vondel and Tarek's faces.
Look at the bones of his feet. Who else would stomp on a spine like that?
There's no feet. There's no bones. We don't see any of that. Only you do because you're a believer.
Excuse me. Look at it. It's Grumsh.
Huckley, remember when we used to hang out with Lothian?
Yes.
This is a Lothian-like situation we're dealing with.
Oh, well, we better tie it down before it runs away then.
I guess a genuine laugh.
Yeah, we all definitely laugh at that. That's the funniest thing you've ever said.
Pela, give me an intelligence check.
You sure I can't use wisdom for this? Since it's religion? I got a 5 plus 5 is 10.
That's enough.
Okay.
You can easily connect that the bedroom customize itself to you, and that this kind of religious area has customized itself to.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I'm starting to think that this Morgren, was that his name?
Yes.
He may not have built this place, but he may have just purchased it because it customizes itself to the owner. That bedroom that we went into was perfectly hobbit-sized for me when I went into it. It felt like home. And this is a shrine that just adapts to whatever the person wants to see. I wonder what it was for him. I wonder who his god was. Avarice? Cruelty? Spite?
Well, they all
Those are
the
good
above.
gods.
Yeah. Interesting. This space might be a really cool base, guys.
Oh.
You know, Pela actually kind of looks around, and this is the first time the thought has occurred to her as well. Like, that's not a bad idea. I mean, once we get these bodies cleaned up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can just teleport them away with our sweet teleport room.
And
Tarek, give me an Arcana check.
oh yeah, okay.
Now that Pela's brought up the idea.
28.
Yeah, now that Pela's mentioned it, and the fact that the way most magical items work, if someone loses ownership through death, it kind of just becomes finders keepers at that point.
Also, who's going to kick us out of here?
Yeah.
Well, potentially members of the knife, but let them
Okay.
go.
Well, that's the question. How did we get in here? By
Adventurers,
teleporter, right?
yeah.
Oh, but the teleporter was somewhere.
We were in a underneath a pub in
A brewery. It was inside,
Brewery, yeah.
inside a giant cake.
Yeah.
I just imagined that in the void. That really happened?
no.
I used to be... It's all coming back. I walk away and I'm just dazed. And I go in here and like dazedly swat at the training.
You see another gargoyle pop up. It hits you for 25.
Okay, yeah, it hits me.
You take 1 point of damage.
But I kill it.
You smite it back and it turns into ash again.
Okay. I just keep doing that.
You see Hawk dodging and parrying. And
Pela looks
spark.
at the other two and she's like, considering that both Hawk and Dolus seem to be mentally and emotionally impaired, perhaps we should just take a moment to perhaps rest the night here before we plan our next move.
Yeah. And Tarek, you do know that if you were to try and take a short rest, someone could attune to this place. It wouldn't count as an attunement of one of your items, but you definitely feel you could take possession of this place.
Okay. And I say that out loud. So yeah. Okay. So one of us can. I'll attune to the place so that it stays with us. And now, yeah, this will be a great base of operations. In fact, make a great story, turning around an instrument of evil and now using it for good. The good guys win out in the end.
Plus, you're no longer going to need to use a wish spell to cast an impervious space for us.
Well, this place might be very pervious. If all you need is a teleport spell and knowledge of its location, then anyone could get here.
I wonder if...
Tarek, is there any kind of wards on this place? Any kind of safeguards? Can you figure that out?
I want to see if maybe I can change the destination of this teleport in the middle here. Can I, like, I don't know.
Yeah, give me a... you know, you've done enough Arcana checks. You're pretty sure that you're not sure, but to understand the workings of this place, you'd probably have to become attuned and you'd kind of like magically get a sense of what this place is.
So I say, you know what? I think if I attune to this place and it becomes comes under our proper ownership, we'll get a better sense of what we can do and where we can go with the teleporting.
All right. Well, okay. First house rule: no bags of holding in the bedroom.
Yes. In fact, Tarek goes in the kitchen and like writes it out, and, like sticks it on the door. No bags of holding beyond this point.
Okay, well, I'll make up the chore wheel then.
We've never been roommates before, guys.
True. Does anyone want to attune to this thing?
I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna spend about 20 minutes attuning this place. Does anyone else want
while I
to?
was eating
Can multiple people attune?
It's only one person.
Oh yeah, I'm going to try then.
Okay, so give me competing intelligence checks. Whoever gets the highest roll gets control.
I'm going to get in on this.
Alright, we're all doing it then.
You're still at disadvantage, Hawk.
Oh yeah.
I'm definitely going to use some guidance with this.
Oh, can we use our shit?
17.
He just used guidance.
Yeah, I'll say you can use your bardic inspiration.
All right.
I still had a bardic inspiration from him.
Yeah,
From the
oh,
fight.
man.
All right, what do I roll?
D12?
A D12?
Yeah, it's a D12.
Sweet. What?
Bardic inspiration.
Oh, your bardic inspiration.
Whoever gets the highest number gets to do the chorus. Very much the guild episode.
I got 20.
I can't get that. Well, I could.
18.
Akliana?
15.
No. Pela, how do you want the interior to look?
Hobbit holy.
Well, no, not
So a
Hobbit
lot of
sized.
curves, a lot of natural
Yeah,
colors.
a lot of natural curves,
earthy
very
colors.
homey, but very simple, tastefully appointed. None, all the furniture is just functional, but it looks handmade and worn with loving use.
You see
No hard edges either. Just all
you see a
round.
lot of you see a lot of the hard edges just all of a sudden go circular around. You hear like this deep creaking and bending of wood. You hear kind of like stone grinding on stone as like the flat patio stones, the kind of round cobblestones around the teleport gem. And you notice that do you want the place to be hobbit sized or regular person sized?
Please consider your friends.
I think initially it'd be cool if, like,
I would make it both. I would make a mixture, so there would be like seats on one side of a room that are medium size, and there are seats on the other for little folk.
Yeah, you notice that the back benches have like a distinct height.
Balance in all things.
Have a height change. The kitchen immediately begins to pick up. You begin to smell very traditional halfling meals. Already cooking on the stove. And Pela, in your mind, you get a list of instructions on how to operate this place. So you have, you essentially can tell, you can say who you want admitted into this place or not. So you can say like a ban or pick list.
Okay.
So you can say like these people are allowed in, and then if other people succeed on our kind of check, they can get in.
Right. Okay. So Pela's just kind of like standing around. And she like closes her eyes and using her astral experiences she just had, she taps into the aura of this place and makes it her own.
Yeah.
She speaks aloud with her eyes closed. Tarek, Pakliana, Vondel, Dolus, Pela. We claim this place for the Head Smashers.
You guys feel a warmth come over you, and Pale, you also know that there are different options in here. There is defense mode, and you can choose clockwise or counterclockwise.
Ooh.
You also know that there's a cleanup mode.
I like that one. Pela double clicks on cleanup.
You think of like,
Mentally.
You think of initiating the cleanup sequence.
HoloLens.
You can see all the blood spatters, all the corpses just kind of lift up. And you see like kind of this green mist kind of drop down on top of it. Anything that you personally consider that's not living and waste kind of just like gets hit by this green mist and just disintegrates into nothingness.
Pretty neat, huh?
This place is pretty great.
Wow.
Man, I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of thinking crime pays. I mean, what?
Oh,
For us?
You also know this item is officially called a Ruby of Homecoming.
Ruby of Homecoming.
So we can keep this map now.
Yeah.
I guess we will be.
It's our
Can
base of
you
operations.
change the
Can you rotate
entrance?
Head Smashers?
No, the entrance
headquarters.
is always going to be the ruby stone outside.
Okay.
Do we have the like
Can we
rotating
move the
power?
ruby stone?
I don't see why not. We
Oh
will
my
just
God.
exit and take the ruby with us.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
You must know that it's not as long as someone succeeds at an Arcana check, then they can get in.
Right.
Right. So it's not like totally.
Yeah, it's not like the mansion where you can ban anyone from coming in. It's
Right.
people still.
But it's a ruby. They would have to notice the ruby first and then know what it is
Yeah.
and that it's magical.
But you did when you guys went in the keg. You did know like it was like a softball sized ruby that was glowing red.
That's right. I forgot that part.
That's all right. It's been a while.
We'll put a bush on it.
There's plenty of ways. We can just buy a bucket. There's all kinds of
You
ways.
could put it in a bag of holding.
I'm simply not going to try
Never.
that.
We will never ever do
We're gonna
that.
make a nice little. We're gonna make a nice little box like this.
It's a regular pouch.
Does the chest I busted open? Does it reset?
It
Or?
reset everything, rebuilt.
Wow.
Nice.
This is Vonal, I gotta say. This is probably one of our more successful ventures. I'm really glad we helped you deal with your dark and mysterious past.
Yeah, this is great loot.
Head Smashers headquarters.
Our horse floats now.
Oh yeah, Pela thinks to herself, reaches out into the essence of the Ruby of Homecoming, and she pictures in the place of, I guess it would be the bedroom.
Yeah.
An adjacent part of it inside that is a stable where Horselina can live and eat.
You do know that you can't expand the rooms, but if Horsiana went into the pocket dimension, it would be a place suited for her. But you would have to entice her out.
Right, we just got to get her through the kitchen first.
Yeah.
I think she'll have no problem with that.
All right. Well, how about we? Maybe we shouldn't take. Maybe we shouldn't take a night's sleep here. Maybe we should remove this ruby that this mansion exists within from the ownership of our enemies.
Yeah.
And take it somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's also a convenient place we can leave Dolus as well.
Yeah, he'll be fine, right? Pela
I
kind
can
of looks
also
at like
rest up,
he's still like kind of catatonic, just softly banging his head against the wall.
Guys, did you notice that everything has edges and corners?
It's all round now.
Yeah, I think Pela did that.
Oh.
80,000 thump.
But also, some of these things are, and some aren't.
She
It's not just all
had a
formless
very
void.
spiritual experience on the actual plane. She's still coming to grips with.
I mean, it's really the isness.
I really
of
feel like
everything,
Dulachy just
you know?
got
Actually,
Yeah.
Pela kind of cocks her head and looks at Hakliana and like, wait, Hakliana, you said you saw Groomsh in the shrine?
Yeah, didn't you guys see the statue over
No,
there?
we already established that everyone saw their own gods. But
Remember, I cut
it's-
my hand, rubbing my blood on his chest.
Yeah.
because it's a sacrifice.
That's why I'm wondering why you still saw Groomsh, because, I mean, I'm under the impression that since Tarek's wish, you have become a better person?
Yeah,
I'm not saying that, you know...
Or for Groom's to
I'm
be
not-
proud of, that's what I think.
I'm not saying that one god is better than a... Pela's really trying to, like, politely walk on eggshells around this. I'm not saying that certain gods are better than others.
Well, Groom's is
but,
better than all the other gods. He
but
definitely kill him and have a hand-to-hand fight, which is really the only kind of fight that matters.
I'm just saying that Groom's just kind of falls on the evil end of the spectrum.
Evil,
You know, and you seem to be now, at least, not an evil person. So
I mean, yeah, well, I'm not evil.
Crisis of faith.
it
And
could
I like
be that.
Groom's.
I mean, does he talk to you the way he used to?
The DM is pulling out the Volo's guide for the group section on orcs.
Do you have drum? Do you hear drums?
Hilla's just trying to
We're not in battle.
suss out
I
and
wouldn't hear
feel
drums
like
right
what
now.
does Hakliana believe now? Like she's academically curious. She's like, did it change your religious beliefs? Like
You could,
it's interesting to her that
don't
you
know.
still saw Groom. She's
There's
like,
no,
that's
there's no
strange.
talk. There's no talk of alignment for Grimsh. It's just if you believe in
He's like, isn't he the god who made the orcs?
actually they are neutral chaotic for Grimsh.
Neutral chaotic.
Yeah.
Chaotic neutral.
chaotic and unorganized.
And you're still chaotic. You're chaotic,
I'm chaotic
good now, right?
So it's just the chaos.
Or is it chaotic neutral?
I'm chaotic good now.
Okay.
Like Pela just starts like a series of like moral questions for Hakliana. She's like, so you know how Groomsh, encourages and mandates slaughter and murder.
Righteous slaughter of our enemies, yes.
See, but he doesn't care whether it's righteous. And
if he does it, it's righteous. That's
you
how
must
it works.
know, Hawk. I mean, I don't know a lot about your
The
childhood.
slaughter of groups is not a big question.
We never really talked about it much, but I know you were a half-orc. So you know that most half-orcs are born of an involuntary union between the species.
As it is, the man makes his child and the woman.
Yeah, but see, when it's
She should
involuntary,
be lucky to be chosen by a warrior.
we call that rape, and it's usually falls again on the evil end of the
But then how would there be children?
Oh, you have consensual sex with other people.
You do know that throughout...
For the purposes of procreation and sometimes for pleasure, and it happens
How
by
can a
accident.
loser give consent to something? They have no will left.
Tarek,
They've been broken.
Before we go down a dark...
Yeah, this is really weird.
Tarek, give me a history check.
Yeah. Going a little too method there, buddy.
Yeah.
What, history check?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So 27.
Perfect. You actually know that not all orcs are evil. Not all orcs are good. Orcs go across the entire spectrum. Of,
But they're always chaotic.
They can be the
Are
majority
there
of them are
lawful neutral orcs?
Yeah. It's
Probably.
orcs get a very bad rap.
Actually, there's a spectrum of orcs, just like Dragonborn. There are good ones and bad ones. I mean, most of the stories are about the.
Are you saying I'm
pretty
one of the
bad
good ones? Is that what you're saying?
I think literally, Pela like jumps in on that. She's like, Hakliana, yes, that is exactly what I'm trying to get at. Is that we haven't really talked this out. Maybe we should. You have gone through a transformative experience, quite literally, and Tarek was responsible. She gestures to the big blue lizard man. She's like,
yeah.
Tarek
Is Dragonborn.
falls on the good end of the spectrum. He follows Bahamut, who is a god of righteousness and justice, sometimes violence, but more what you're talking about, justified so, in the name of protection, that sort of thing. And his ideas, I'm not saying that he's right, I'm just saying that his ideas of what's good have now informed who you are now. She kind of gestures at the voluptuous elven beauty in front of her. And that says a lot about Tarek, and maybe he has some kind of issues he needs to work through. But I'm just wondering if you're okay with that.
Cheap shot, man.
I find it fascinating that you still see Grumsh, but I feel like he's probably maybe not the best spiritual match for you now.
Actually, whoever has training history, give me another history check.
I do have training in history.
Anyone else training history?
No, we're a very dumb group.
I'd say Hakliana would have because
I would know this because I'm a
follower. Yeah.
So what would I know?
Give me a
Advantage.
Actually, no. Sorry,
exactly.
Hakliana. Yeah, you would know this for a fact.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the first time you've had time to think about this, but in the great followings of Grumsh is that when orcish followers of Grumsh come across a human settlement, they will attack the settlement seeking battle and glory, and they will leave survivors in the human settlement so that the village or a community can regrow and produce another battle, that they can come back and battle again.
Like Ducks Unlimited.
Yeah, very very much.
The secret to a good raid is you always got to leave a few of them alive. So when you come back later, there's more of them.
When it comes to elves,
Sustainable raiding.
orcs will wipe elven villages clear because elves to Grumsh are like the holy offering you can give. To become the chosen one of Grumsh is to be able to rip out the eye of an elf and rip out your own eye, and you become what's known as one of the Watchers for Grumsh, which is a very highly respected position inside an orcish tribe, in that there are literally blood feuds in orcish clans over who gets to rip out the eye of a live elf.
Elven prisoners.
Yeah.
I don't know this.
No, but Hakia and Tarek would know this as well.
Tarek actually, as he starts remembering this, he kind of goes wide-eyed and silent. He's like, uh-oh.
Ooh, I think I fucked up.
Yeah.
Payla's just like curious. She's questioning Hakia. Like, are you sure? Like, you're not feeling any kind of spiritual dissonance?
I felt my sword going into the neck of that wizard pretty clearly.
See, okay, and it's things like that make me believe that you still are you. Just, you have changed. You're a lot more mellow.
The soul's still there. Just the
She
name changed.
she points at the black razor hanging on the elf's back. You haven't used that thing in a long time, and I'm happy about that. Believe me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering how you're doing with all that.
How you doing, buddy?
How you doing, big guy?
I mean, I kill as well. That's the true measure of a person. Their deaths. So, I have many of those. I mean, yes.
Okay, so pop quiz. If we, on our next mission, the next time we go out in the world, take a live captive in order to get information out of them, or perhaps, and I'm going to float this idea past you, okay? I'm use small words. They don't deserve to die. You'd be okay with that.
Well, are they our enemy?
They were our enemy, but now we've subdued them.
Hmm.
They're no longer a threat.
Hmm.
Pale's just like, wait.
A bead of sweat comes down Pala's.
She's testing the how strong this witch was, basically.
Oh my god.
Hmm. But they'd raised arms against us.
Yes, but that's over now.
So why would we subdue them? Why wouldn't we just kill them straight off the bat?
To
See, this
get
is the part of-
information out of them, to learn what they know,
Mm.
to show them mercy. She floats that idea out there. Mercy is a good concept.
Well, and again, mercy is a concept to Groom's followers based on you show humans mercy so they can live to fight another day.
I mean, well, you show them mercy by ending their sad lives. That's the way mercy is shown. When someone's lost in battle, why would they continue living? Losing in a battle.
So they can fight again.
Hmm. Well, they wouldn't fight again because they'd have died in the battle which they lost.
Okay.
But if you kill him,
There's two things that happen in battle. You kill, or you are killed. That's the only things that can happen in a battle.
That's extremely simplistic, Cockleana. People are wounded in battle. People flee from battle. People are thought dead and come back to life in the middle of a charnel pit. It happens.
If you are wounded enough to be carried off the battlefield, that's when you ask for a quick death.
Yeah, you
Come
get-
on.
You haven't been in a lot of armies, I'm taking it.
No need for an armies.
Yeah, this
I am an
seems
army.
pretty much the same old Hawk, really.
You get the feeling that the soul stayed the same, but the meat just changed around it.
This is, I'm not gonna lie, Bailey, this is very bizarre. Anyway,
I'm fascinated. I'm just trying to figure out what's happened.
It's interesting. The interesting thing is what happens when Hakiana comes across an Orcish clan now.
I wouldn't expect you to be able to understand this, given that you're not as high elf like I am.
See, but
Yeah,
you don't sound like an elf. You sound like an orc.
and
Well, I'm just an elf who can fight like an orc.
but you were an orc?
Half
orc?
Yes.
That means you have human heritage as well.
But you're not a half orc anymore.
No.
It
What does that have to do with Groosh?
That doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna roll religion. Do I know that Groomsh hates elves?
Yeah,
He does hate elves, but
17 on
yeah,
religion.
yeah. You know.
Okay, Groomsh hates elves and wants them all to die.
yeah, we used to
You
kill
are
lots of elves.
Now an elf. Do you see how there's like kind of a disconnect there?
But I've killed elves as well,
Not while you're an elf.
haven't I?
Soul Light Warden was a high elf.
Remember, you have.
Oh, so the one right there. I point.
The bodies are gone.
Oh, the
They
bodies are
dissolved in mist.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I still point.
to where the body lay.
I guess like
Right there. I killed an elf. Oh, I forgot to take his eye. Groups will never forgive me. I run over to the statue and I start praying. Groups, I'm sorry, the eye.
All right, I'm gonna drop some Groom's knowledge.
Frankly, I'm glad you have 2 eyes, Liana. That would have been very gross.
So, let's see here. I'm just going to read out the Groomsh, he who watches. Groomsh, the undisputed ruler of the Orc Pantheon, pushes his children to increase their numbers so they may be his instruments of revenge against the realms of elves, humans, and dwarves in order to spite the gods who spurned him. Groomsh leads his orcs on a mission of ceaseless slaughter, fueled by an unending rage that seeks to lay waste to the civilized world and revel in its anguish. Orcs are naturally chaotic and unorganized, acting on their emotions and instinct rather than out of reason and logic. Only certain charismatic orcs, those who have been directly touched by the will and might of Groomsh, have the capacity to control the other orcs of the tribe. A chosen few, orcs don't become renowned in their tribes by choosing Groomsh, he chooses them. An orc might claim its allegiance to Groomsh, but only those who have proved themselves through feats of strength and ferocity in war are considered worthy of being true worshippers. Groomsh singles out these individuals by bestowing upon each one a powerful dream or vision that signifies acceptance into his inner circle. Those who are visited by Groomsh are transformed psychologically and often physically by the experience. Some are driven to the brink of madness, reduced to muttering about omens and prophecies, while others become imbued with supernatural powers and rise to the positions of leadership. Eyes of Groomsh, a few of the orcs touched by the power of Groomsh are given the ultimate honor of carrying a small part of the gods' overwhelming rage into battle. In the form of magic that augments their weapons and helps the tribe to succeed. To become an Eye of Groomsh, an orc that has been chosen by Groomsh must gouge out the eyes of an elf as a sign of devotion, sacrifice half of its mortal vision in return for divine power. So your eye, and an elf eye.
So you could do that all in one, actually. That's a 2-for-1 deal for you.
That's a good idea. I pull out my knife.
Well, that was out of character for me.
These god-touched orcs are revered as living connections to Groomsh and are treated with respect even when they are old and firm and other races.
And other races.
Yeah. Let's see. And here's some omens and superstitions among the orcish. Volo's Guide to Monsters. You guys did a great job. Every group of orcs has particular superstitions and recognize certain omens. These tenets vary from tribe to tribe and are often based on the events that the tribe has experienced. Here are a few examples. If a dwarf or a human invokes its god upon dying, you must carry the corpse's ears for 3 days to ward off any retribution and then bury or burn them.
This is going to be good.
3 ravens is always a good sign. It's good luck to spit where you're about to sleep. Gnome bones can ward off diseases if they are worn. Don't stand inside a ring of stones, mushrooms, or any other kind of circle. Uh-oh.
These are all different, like, tribe type.
Yeah, just various.
Okay.
Like they're not universal.
These aren't all held by all.
I do this fairly sleep thing, though. That's totally mine.
Yeah, totally.
Seeing a shooting star before battle is bad luck. To ward it off, you must swallow a stone. A tribute of elf ears brings favor of Groomsh. If you bury 5 stones at dawn before a long journey, you will always find your way back to the war hearth. And stomping your foot 3 times and uttering Groomsh wards off bad magic.
I knew that before the magic fights. Okay.
So yeah, as a DM, just through sheer happenstance, you may actually be able to declare yourself a chosen of Groomsh if you DI yourself.
Oh. Well, I'd have to fully blind myself, though.
No, just one eye.
Just one eye.
Oh, but I need an elf from...
You are the elf, and you're also the follower of Groomsh, so you could do it with only one eyeball.
I remember that. I'm going to save that.
Because if you have to take an eye from an elf and give up one of your own eyes, you can do both at once.
Well, I'm pretty sleepy.
Taylor just kind of watches Hakaliana having this like religious moment of ecstasy in front of what looks to her as just like a simple formed human-shaped stone, and she just kind of shakes her head like, the gods move in mysterious ways.
It's weird how that all worked out via one wish spell and just kind of fell into place.
Okay.
Yeah, let's take a sleep, and then in the morning we can talk about what we should do next.
Yeah, do we actually want to go?
We should go clear our names, I think.
Yeah,
that'd be
definitely clearing our names.
Yeah, and then maybe teleport back. Well, we also have to go to the Underdark, where we are very close to, so maybe we do a twofer.
You have to expose Bronamel.
Wait, were we going to leave this tavern that we're inside of?
Yeah, let's go. Let's put the
I
gem
just
somewhere
super
else so that they don't know exactly where we are.
It was like on the way back to the bedroom when she was like, "Wait, no, we were gonna." Right. Okay, everybody, get to the teleporter.
What happens if you bring that ruby in here?
Don't do it. Don't do
We
it.
can't. This is inside. Do you remember how we got in here?
Yeah.
Magic's really weird, man.
All right.
All right, everybody, touch the teleport stone.
Yeah.
Pela focuses on her connection. To
Dolus,
the,
you can
the
stay
ruby.
here.
Yeah, Dolus, buddy, we're gonna.
Why do you go lie down,
If it's
buddy?
okay, yeah, just go to the.
Go lie down.
Pela kind of shepherds him gently to the bedroom.
Yeah.
You just go
No.
lie down,
We
take a
didn't
nap.
get a Dolus.
I promise you'll
Get it
feel
up,
better
not
about it
You
tomorrow.
can see his face
He
kind
said
of like cake with
his
dry
other group was going
tears.
to buy one, but then
I was just going 80,000.
Pela takes a moment of pity and she says,
Golden throne.
Dolus, it's only money. You can find more.
No, but money with my... And he's falls unconscious.
Poor guy. Pela tucks him in into the bed.
It's a real bottle episode so far.
Yeah, for real.
Nice. Joke of the night. Joke of the podcast.
Yeah.
You guys touch the ruby gemstone, and bam, you find yourselves inside the giant keg with the small little pedestal of the ruby stone. You notice that it still glows a little bit, and you notice that, and Pale, you now know because you're attuned to it, that the more amount of people inside the ruby, the brighter it glows, and it does have a brightness
Okay,
to it.
I put it in my backpack.
Yep. You don't want to put it in a...
No, I don't even have a bag of holding. I'm putting it in a backpack. In fact, I'm crossing that off my character sheet,
In fact,
so I never
most
make
of-
that mistake.
Most of your inventory is probably...
All right.
Yeah.
I don't carry a lot of stuff. I have that elemental stone.
That's gone.
Oh, yeah?
I'm willing to bet.
Okay. I have a scroll of sanctuary that I've never used. But I don't need one because
You wake up with that.
I just wake up with that. Yeah, actually, as she's going through her bag, she's like, I don't need this. Hands it to Tarek. You got a scroll of sanctuary, buddy.
Tarek kind of just looks at it.
Her rope is wrapped around her waist.
Yeah, and it's attached to the throwing star. your short
That's right.
sword.
I have the yeah.
Your
I'm
short
actually going to give you as well the insignia of claws. Like I've had it for a long time, but I feel like I've grown past it. I don't use it anymore. You know what? Why don't you take it as a memento of that time we defeated the dragon cult?
Resume the Black.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
it's just a +1 to attack
Throwback.
and damage,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Makes your attacks
your weapon
magical.
attacks count as magical.
Do I need to attune to it?
No.
No. Okay. What is it, like a
Yes,
necklace?
it was one of my attuned. That's why I stopped using it.
Oh.
I got the book. I don't think.
If it's not attunement, then I will keep it.
I'll trade you the helm of telepathy for that.
No, it's not. It's not attunement.
Well, in that case,
Oh, way to take back a gift.
I'm going to put my attack and but it doesn't stack though.
It doesn't
with the-
stack. No. So
But
if
no,
you're-
but the Iron Stone doesn't stack because that's +1 to my proficiency.
It's to your mastery. It doesn't. So if you throw your throwing star, it wouldn't stack. But if you attack with your fists, or no, it doesn't stack. With
No,
your
I have
sword.
proficiency with all simple weapons.
No, I know. I was talking about because you can add plus. So if you have like a +1 sword, it would.
For the insignia of claws?
it wouldn't stack with like a +1 weapon.
No. Yes, you're right.
So, but you
So not with my flaming short sword.
Yeah, so it's kind of. And the short sword's very magical.
Right.
But you get with your flurry
Fist.
of blows, for example.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what so my unarmed would actually go up then. If that stacks. I've been doing this wrong this
It
entire time.
it does not stack. Like the insignia clause does not stack with weapon bonuses.
Yes, I know. I don't have a weapon bonus on my fists.
Right.
I'm saying my unarmed would go up by 1.
Oh, there you go. And your damage would go up as well.
That's worth it, probably.
Yeah. Well, I thought that was one of my attuned things all this time.
No free slot.
Great.
All right, so you guys are inside the cask. The cask next door, which had the underbrew on it. I don't believe you guys opened up that door.
No, we can go in there.
But you do know it's a secret door
Oh.
because you had the true sight on.
Oh. Right, there's also this secret... Oh, yeah, I've
long
actually
has
on
True
this...
Sight last?
Actually, sorry, I've actually had True Sight on this whole time.
8
Yeah.
hours. Damn.
So actually, I probably saw through this illusion in there? Or whatever. Maybe?
Yeah, you definitely see it's magical.
Yeah.
For the stiller, no, it would still physically changing because it's changing
Okay.
in your mind.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But you do notice that whenever you look at Hakliana, she does not give off, like, it looks like she has always been a high elf.
Right.
Because True Sight always shows your natural form, and
Yeah.
via the wish spell, that is now her new form.
That makes sense to me. So I still see there's like a secret door here.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we go anywhere, everybody, there's also my true sight shows me this magical door right here.
Oh, let's check it out then.
Yeah, can I determine? Do I see a way to open it?
You remember from the door, the keg door to open up to the ruby of a homecoming, is that the latch was up inside the spigot nozzle.
Oh, I'll try that.
All right, you hear a click. You hear it as the door swings open. You immediately feel a cold breeze come and hit you guys all in the face. As you can see, magically lit sconces going what appears to be a rock. The back of the keg is gone and exposed into this natural rock formation, which appears to be going down a set of stairways going down into the darkness. And on the side of the keg on the inside, it says in various different languages, Smuggler's Way to Underdark. And it says underneath it, distance to next rest point, 25 kilometers.
Oh, wow.
Well, do we want to just head down there then instead of going back up through the pub?
That seems to make sense to me. I mean, we were going to go to the Underdark while we were here.
Did we have any other pressing business? No,
No,
we
just
were doing
clear
this
names.
on the way to the Underdark, weren't we?
Yeah.
What are we looking for in the Underdark?
Didn't we want to clear our names or something? Or
Yes, that.
Yeah.
Well,
Clear his name.
yeah, my name.
Yeah.
But
Well, all of us
But
by
the
extension.
Underdark was to go get one of the stones
Yes.
for what's his name?
Yeah.
Mormont.
For Mormont.
which I think we might as well just go for a twofer here. Our names will be clear when we get back.
Can we just
Assuming.
have a rest, though?
Yeah, I am also exhausted. Perhaps
a lot
let's
of
sleep in it
Moral
down
thinking.
here.
Well, it's 25 kilometers to the next rest point. Let's hustle and get there.
Okay. I take a break into a jog.
All right.
Do we? Wait. I guess. Where's the horse? Oh, it's still back in.
Porcelina.
Yeah,
It's actually back at Mormont's.
Oh, right.
place.
Yeah,
Porcelina is being well cared for.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you paid for that service.
She's getting a
we will
brushing
take a
every
quick
day.
in-person break,
Yeah.
and we'll jump back when you guys get to the Underdark. We are back after a quick break. Everyone gets inspiration dice for awesome role playing, and what I officially call the DM did not expect any of this today.
It's a bottle episode.
It's a good fictional name.
So we'll actually, through the speed of plot, magically warp you through the speed of I walk with them down the tunnel. You actually travel you make it to the rest station, and you actually know it's kind of like when you go to a bathroom at a restaurant. There's kind of like a last checked by, last supplied by. You see the names of individuals, and it looks like that the knife actually regularly has people coming and going and dropping off supplies for smugglers, bringing stuff in and out of in and out of the Underdark. And as you progress maybe about 50 or 60 miles worth of walking down, you can actually feel it's starting to get colder, clammier, that the only light is kind of like these orange and reddish magical sconces that look like they're made to burn permanently, just be a permanent source of light. But you can definitely feel kind of this magic, this weight feel on even people who aren't magically inclined. You kind of feel like this weight upon your body and your shoulders, almost like you've been carrying a rucksack for all this distance. Just kind of starts weighing down on you a little bit. And as you come into, you hear kind of the echoing and the wind and the movement of a large cavern as a small little tunnel just finally booms out into this mighty expanse. And that give me nature checks or survival checks, everybody.
Ooh, I'm good at this.
Nature or survival?
Have we had our long rest already?
I'll say yes.
No.
Okay.
Well, we haven't got to the rest.
Yeah, you said we went to the rest
I
house.
worked survive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can have the effects of a long
You say
rest.
nature or...
Survival.
14.
Definitely survival.
14.
Oh,
Vondel is laughing maniacally.
No.
Yeah. Oh,
So
well,
we've got temporary hit points again.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So we're back up to everything.
23.
Yeah. Spell slots are back up, hit points are back up, and half your hit dice. You definitely feel you guys have traveled about 100 miles down beneath the surface, just going straight down, or not straight down, but down a elongated stairway. That you've come out into this cavern.
How was Dolus when we checked in on him?
Still sleeping it off. Still some shock and trauma that he has to mentally deal with.
Quick, somebody go check on Dolus while we're walking.
Jump
Dolus,
into
you
the
doing
ravine?
okay? Okay.
Yeah, we could just take turns.
That's true, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only one person needs to be carrying it, right?
Well, in High
I'm
Elves
going to take a
can
leak. I just jump in.
High Elves can trance as well. So
Go use the privy.
Yeah.
Privy.
as you come down, you also know from your checks that there's a magic in the rocks and the mushrooms and the fungus here that you definitely feel that your magic is limited in some fashion, that you feel that teleportation or communication or contact with the divine have become null and void to your abilities.
Whoa, can we still go inside the ruby?
Yeah, absolutely.
The Light of Palor has difficulty reaching this far under the world.
Yeah. You also do know that it looks kind of like you're expected by the amount of fauna that you've run into, and there's kind of like this bluish greenish luminescence that seems to just be glowing off the top of the cavern. You look up and the cavern is maybe a couple 100 feet above you. It's just a massive structure, and it looks kind of like you're going through a forest. You can actually kind of hear hustle and bustle off in the distance, and that you do know you're supposed to find an individual named Frig, a creature known as a Xvart, in a tavern / outrigging outpost known as the Mushroom Glow Inn. He's your contact for Mackenzie Mormont.
Before we go much further, when we meet strangers, what are we telling them?
Oh, good idea.
We are entering through a smuggler's entrance here.
Well, I mean, let's quickly get away from the smuggler's entrance.
Good first point.
As you walk away from the smuggler's entrance, you notice that it's cleverly placed in a spot where when you look back, it's really hard to see the entrance in. In fact, you may need to do a check later on if you want to go back that way.
Let's just call ourselves the White Claw Band.
Okay, I'm all right with that. White Claw Band. What are we doing in the Underdark?
Well, we're looking for our friend at the inn.
Yeah, of the glowing mushroom.
And we're
a traveling troupe.
All right. Yeah, all right. I imagine the Underdark needs entertainers.
Everywhere needs entertainers.
I can juggle.
Yeah, well, we can do a tumbling act. I don't know.
I mean, I haven't done it in a while, but I could when I was younger. I could try again. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to run over, find some rocks, and try and juggle them.
Give me a dexterity check.
Just a check?
Just a check. Straight up dexterity.
21.
Oh yeah,
nice.
You see Hawk Liana just begin to toss 3 rocks in the air. Juggles quite flawlessly. You're actually quite surprised at
Yeah, no.
And then I take a bite of one of the rocks, and I'm like, Sorry, I used to do that with an apple. Sorry, that's a muscle memory.
It's a comedy act, I get it.
Yeah, I think we could actually make some money here.
All right, so traveling entertainers, great.
And remember, and we're just we're using half truths because I am a bard and I can definitely play if they want us to prove anything.
And I can juggle, apparently.
Yeah, I'll play try. Okay, so let's.
I played the bass. So give me a survival check. One person who wants to take lead.
Oh, I'll do survival.
We can do a group check.
Yeah, if you want, you can.
Oh, how to do
That just means that half of us have to succeed in order for it to be a success.
And you're just really good
I'm
at
plus
survival.
7.
Anybody better?
No, I'll
than
just do it
plus
all together.
I'm +5 at survival.
I'm plus 6.
What are we trying to
I
do?
got 5
Just
at
to track
survival as
the...
well.
To find your way through like this mushroom forest to the civilization here off in the distance, and not run into any.
Do a group check, I guess.
Yeah. I think we're all pretty good at this, actually.
All right.
Can I cast guidance while I'm doing this?
Yeah, I'll say
All right.
just for sake of ease, just on yourself.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Oh shoot!
You just gotta get more than half.
I got.
I have 18.
I also have 18.
Oh,
That's
so
actually I have
17.
19. Sorry, I actually have 19. Sorry.
Yeah, you guys managed to Hawk Liana. It's not that different from surface survival.
Mm-hmm.
You know, bright green and yellow means poisonous, and predators tend to like shady and dark areas. So you kind of cut your own path, avoiding things you believe to be poisonous or explosive.
Watch out! That one will blind you. Come around this way.
You can see various blinking eyes off in the distance, some coming down from the ceiling, some actually coming up from little crevices in the ground. You notice that let's maybe just avoid going around like these predatory areas.
The blue eyes are fine. It's the ones that are green with the yellow, you gotta avoid those ones. I'll do a little cartwheel.
Aha!
Does the rolling help?
Climb this vine. Not that one! This one.
That is a stick. But you do,
Straddling vine.
She Hawk Liana takes the lead and has gone into pure survival mode.
Taylor just kind of like
These are
rolls her
fresh.
eyes, like everything she's saying.
I'm
is,
pretty
like,
sure that's a
painfully
rabbit trick.
obvious.
Don't put that in your mouth.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't gonna do
You're
that.
right.
See that rat that just died next to the poisonous mushroom? Don't eat that.
Eat
But-
those ones, but make
tip.
sure you do it with like a good friend who'll watch you for a couple hours.
Yeah, don't do it alone, folks. Don't do it alone. It's weird. It's
PSA.
super weird doing it alone.
But Hakliana does manage to, after a couple of hours of travel, bring you into, you kind of like bust through the side of what appears to be like a small little community inside the Underdark. And you
Through
see-
this hedge.
And by hedge, she means like headstone of rocks, barreling over a
that's
stone fence. And you see,
Oh, was that someone's fence?
It's very important to break through a fence.
There should be no barriers. Shh.
Survival reasons.
give me deception check.
I think you're bluffing.
It was a natural 20.
16.
Yeah, 16.
I got 16 insight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know she's bullshitting.
Because it's like, what? No. We're here, okay? You can stop with the survival nature check.
It does have the vibe of kind of like a town from the old west. Of there's a lot of commerce, a lot of traders and resource gatherers coming in and out of town. The structures, there's actually little to no wood here. It looks like everything's either made out of rock or some type of fungus mushroom. And you can actually hear off in the distance like a piano and a small band, like a cantina playing. And you can see kind of like on big yellow phosphorus letters on the side, the mushroom glow in.
Well, we found it pretty easily.
Pick up part of the fence that's made out of mushroom, and I like lick it to see if it's tasty.
Give me a Constitution save.
Crit.
You're good. It tastes like ground mushroom.
These buildings aren't half bad.
Don't eat the nice people's homes. Let's not attract too much attention to ourselves.
As you venture through, you do notice you have no sense of what time it actually is. There's no sunlight. There's no moonlight. You're kind of confused. There's just kind of like this dull blue, pale glow from various different light sources. You get every now and greens and yellows, and as you get closer to the mushroom glow in, you actually hear like the band is kicking up, and it's kind of getting a little bit rowdy and a little bit more rowdier. As you see various, you see dark elves, you see dwarves, you see gnomes, you see humans, you see various walking mushroom creatures, you see minotaurs, you see pretty much everyone is kind of like a hustle and bustle type of vibe to this place.
We actually fit in here much better than we did in
Yeah.
the Dwarven lands.
Feel a bit nondescript, actually.
Yeah, this is good. I was worried it was going to be all drow. I'm sorry.
Just gonna come out and say it.
Wow! That's the second time.
I was the racist one.
We're in the Underdark. I've never been here, and I'm a little afraid.
You're underground. You're a dwarf.
You're not just gonna get robbed in the Underdark, Vondel.
You may.
Okay?
It is very far from the light of Palor.
Yeah. In fact, as you try and do you kind of try and use your little divine senses, you notice that it's just not working.
Yeah,
You've almost lost complete cutoff from it.
I don't like this area. Palor's light.
Well, let's get
right.
in and make our
can eat
contact and get out.
buildings.
Taylor strides through the front door.
Yeah, you notice that they're, again, very Wild Westy style, except that the wood is actually made out of this spongy mushroom
Tarek
material.
makes a point to open both saloon doors
Yeah.
as he walks through.
You actually see Pale.
Taylor just walks under them.
As you know, it's shoulder to shoulder. There's a smoke and haze in the air. So you see reds and purples and blues of just smoke, and like the smells all hit you. It's both succulent and sour, amazing and disgusting all at the same time. It smells like food and cigars and alcohol and body sweat.
Underdark is
And,
bumping.
yeah, you notice that the inside of this tavern or this inn looks like the core of a giant mushroom that grows up to the top. And you can see various little globes hanging off the ceiling that just provide really good illumination to it. But you're walking shoulder to shoulder trying to like push your way through this crowd. It looks like the party is up. You kind of hear a music, but you can't see a band playing anywhere. You kind of, Tarek, you specifically are a little bit confused about where is this coming from? And you see that there's multiple levels to this inn where there's places to stay, places to do business, and places to buy supplies to venture out into the Underdark, and places to come back and sell your goods and wares. And it looks like everyone, it kind of looks like you hit prime dinner times. It looks like people are sitting together and like Vondel, you kind of like bump into like this this creature, kind of very Groot-like, where it's except the top of it kind of sprays off into like this multiple fungus branches up to the top, and you hear kind of like as kind of like get out of my way.
My apologies.
He's wanted a 23 system.
Hey, we got spores on you.
You actually did get spores on you.
That's how you know they like you.
I'll pour them out of my beard.
Yeah,
All right, where's this Frig at? Let's find this frigging Frig.
yeah, the noise is there's quite a substantial bit of white noise, so any perception checks made for audio can be at disadvantage.
You know what? I say to the rest of the group, you know what? I'm pretty. If he's a good contact, he's been here for hours and he's been watching everybody come in. So why don't we just sit down and he'll find us?
Give me a perception check.
All right. Plus, right, 20.
20. You can actually tell that there's no tables available. Standing room only at this point. As you try and scope out the bar, you can see that the bar stools actually, you see what appears to be a human come up, and he comes, and you see this little nodule grow at the bottom, kind of like this mushroom sprouts up and grows, and he just sits down upon it. And you see a minotaur come up and kind of like slam his fist down, and it grows really short as he just kind of like hunches down, just kind of rests himself. It looks like the bar's kind of accommodating itself to everyone who comes up.
Very nice.
Minotaur bar. That's different.
Yeah, and he looks like black fur, a single shoulder armor, kind of strapped over, and he's definitely got a giant great axe strapped to his back. It looks like he's just had a hard time of killing recently.
Seems like a good fellow.
Yeah, let's not make too many friends.
Pilla slips through the legs of everybody and makes her way to the bar.
Yeah, you actually notice that there's kind of like this underground railroad of gnomes and halflings and other smaller creatures that have kind of found their own roads through the legs of. Seems like there's a almost small person network that's going by. You actually do notice that there's even tinier pixies and fairies just kind of like fluttering by.
What's the name of the guy we're looking for?
It's Frig, and he's a Xvart. It's sort of a rat person.
Pela hails like the first halfling or gnome that she sees. And she says, hey, you know where to find Frig in this place?
You actually hail down a female gnome. She's got a giant scar and an eye patch over one side of her face. She's like, what's it to you?
Well, we're looking for him. We got some business with him, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So just for, if you have Volo's guide, page 198, that's what a Xvart looks like.
Whoa.
This right there?
Yeah.
Nice.
They're ugly. Also,
Like ugly Ewoks.
But you can see a viral video of them being very cute.
Yeah, they're tiny little blue, kind of like rat-like noses, but very kind of baldy and long pointy ears. And she says, the gnomish lady says, all right, what's it to me to introduce you to this guy?
Can't help a sister out. All these big people blocking our view. How am I supposed to find my friend?
Sister, you must be new here, because it's you don't do anything for free down here.
I'll toss her 4 gold.
Okay.
Be like awkwardly be like, is this an adequate bribe?
Yeah. She says, sure thing, I'll be right back for you. She takes off through the
I
forest.
follow her through the legs.
Give me a perception check.
19 plus 5 is 24.
My natural 20 says you lose her in the crowd.
Well, that was helpful. All right, I'll just start going around looking for a Xvart.
Yeah, there's a couple around. You see a couple small and some nooks gambling away. Some are at the bar, perched up higher on their mushrooms. Some have like little kind of booster chairs on top of it. I'd say there's about 5 or 6 Xvarts that stick out to you in attention. 3 of them gambling and 3 of them at the bar.
Are they in groups? Like they're together?
Yeah, the ones gambling and the 3 at the bar are their own individual type of stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the gamblers.
Okay. You see them; they're all talking in various different languages. You see,
Which I can understand.
Yep, and they're all like, "All right, I'll put a fiver on number 2." And you see like a drow come sit down, and again another like mushroom-looking creature comes sit down, kind of and his side kind of opens up as it pulls out some gold coins, closes up again, and like tosses coins down. It looks like they're kind of betting on a dice game, as it looks like they're trying to one up each other on the ante. As Xvart has like this little hand like with dice, just like click, click.
I'm going to observe the game and see if I can figure out like how the rules work.
And you see like they're calling out numbers, and he rolls down and it lands on a 6, and so we're like, "That's me!" And you see one of those Xvarts just like collect all the coins into his arms, like, "Yeah, I can't believe this. This is my lucky day." And you just kind of see the myconid or the mysonid. I don't know if it's a hard C or soft C. Kind of just like thumping in the back of the head. He kind of collapses, like kind of like cocaine splash into his face style of coins. It comes up bloody nose, like, yeah, sore loser, you fungus.
Greetings. How does one join this game?
You see everyone just kind of stop.
So you're probably wondering how I came to be here.
I had a long metaphysical fight.
They look at you kind of like, and their eyes kind of widen up, like, ooh, fresh.
Yeah, you seem like definitely a fresh room.
Sit right down. Drinks are free.
Yeah, come on in. What are you, a halfling? Yeah, you're a halfling. Come on in. We always welcome halflings at our table, but it costs you 5 gold to sit and gamble at our table.
Dale tosses 5 gold.
Like, all right, the lady's a player. All right, we're going to toss some dice. Call out a number. If you get it wrong, you can double down. Call out a number. And you see people calling out.
Between what and what?
The 1 and 12.
I've always been partial to 7s.
The lady calls a 7 when you can put down your bet there, lady. Put down your bet.
Oh, more money.
Yeah.
Another 5 gold.
There you go. Lady's got 5 at the table. Five at the table. You see, roll the dice. That's a 9! We got a 9! And you see the drow go, of course, my cunning ways know exactly how this is all working. You see him kind of like scrape the coins into his table.
Yes, I can see how this is exciting.
It is exciting for me. I just made a couple of more gold than I had before.
So I'm looking for someone who's been recommended to me, this establishment. Any of you guys heard of Frig?
Frig? Little tiny guy, looks kind of like me.
Yeah, I think that's him.
Yeah, that guy's a schmo. Like the guy's a dink.
Oh well, too bad because he's got something I want.
Oh, yeah. Well, he carries a lot of diseases. That guy, so you may want to stay away from him.
I'm talking more about information, friend.
Oh, dink information. Am I right, guys? And you see all the others of arts kind of like giggle. And the Myconde just kind of looks kind of confused about what that joke means. Kind of, the humor just washes over top of him.
Non-fungal humor.
I do not get it, although I am a fun guy.
He
He says, yeah, if you want the little rodent, he's over at the bar drinking up right now.
Great. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Enjoy your game.
Like, we will. I can't believe she paid for just sitting down the table with a schmo.
Bill walks away.
Everyone else give me a perception check.
Oh, man. 16.
18?
Yeah,
19.
18 and 19, you can definitely see that there is a Xvart type of character sitting at the bar on kind of like a red booster chair, and you can see like Pela going through the crowds of legs is kind of beelining towards that guy.
Okay. I'll walk over towards that guy.
I nudge Vondel and motion
Walk
over
behind
to...
him
and I nudge Vondel and motion over to the other side of the bar where they're going.
Yeah.
So.
You come walking up, you got to go shoulder to shoulder with a lot of people, kind of like feeling like that body sweat kind of like washing over everybody. It's because to get hotter and hotter in this place. And you actually notice as it kind of hits that uncomfortable heat, you see the tops of the roof open up and like these giant spores, and like this little bit of water and mist come down, and it's kind of cools everybody down, nice and gentle. As you hear, kind of feel like this as everyone just feels slightly more refreshed. As you come up and you give your coughs, it's like, what? Who's calling? Who's calling? What's up?
Are you Frig?
Yeah. Well, who wants to know? That's a lot of people looking for Frig.
We work for a mutual friend of his.
Well, Frig's got a lot of friends. Don't let me tell you
Do you have a
different.
code word or something we're supposed to say?
We're friends of Mormont.
Yeah, what was that name again?
Mormont.
What?
Mormont.
It's really loud in here.
Mackenzie Mormont. We work for Mackenzie Mormont.
Yeah, you notice that no one else is paying attention.
Yeah, nobody's listening. See,
It's like that Jurassic
we work
Park
for
scene.
Mackenzie Mormont. Everybody, see, nobody cares.
Dodson here.
Dodson.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
You see, yeah. I've been down here a couple of months waiting for you guys. So you're after a stone of power, as it were.
We have been hired to acquire those very things.
Yeah, I bet he's paying you a
What we
lot.
do. Exactly. Yeah, he hired the best, and that's us.
Yeah, well, he probably hired people who'd get the job done. I don't know if that makes you the best. Because I know where you're going, and it ain't a picnic, as it were.
Well, why don't you tell us what they've got in this spread?
He's like, okay, first of all, we're going to go somewhere private, because this information can get some people killed.
Hopefully, not us.
It may get you killed.
Okay.
I guess that's pretty much par for the
Par for
course.
the
Why
course.
don't you lead us to a quiet place?
I've already got a room. Mormont's paid me a bunch. I've got a preset room.
All right. We also have a room that we can go to within that room.
That, sir, interests me. You know how much people venturing down here would pay for a portable room?
Oh, interesting. Cool. We don't have
Oh
one.
my gosh.
Give me a deception check at disadvantage. Considering you just said you had a portable room. Oh yeah,
Deception?
deception.
Where's my deception? There it is.
Under D.
Oh, wow. Both 16. Okay. 16 plus another... Oh, wow. 8. Okay.
So
24.
24.
you missed it by 1.
What?
Don't listen to him. Anyway, lead on, my friend.
I know, it sounds like he's got all the juicy intel.
He's gonna keep his mouth shut from now on.
You see him lead you through the crowd, and he's much like Pale and the other small people ahead of him. Just kind of like darts through the legs, makes it up to the second floor. And as you come up the stairs, you notice that you'd expect like a spongy type of feeling to it. It actually looks like the stairs have been shellacked to give some hardness to it. And actually like clips and clops of coming up the stairs. And even on the second floor, there's a lot of activities, people hanging out, looking down into the main floor area, people talking, just various bits of commerce, like planning about this and that. So he says, okay, I got a room over here. He opens up some red curtains. It's like a nice round circular table. And this time the benches and seats actually look like they're made of a really soft and spongy mushroom. And you notice that there's one fungus that's growing right in the middle of the table. And it looks like the table is actually made of fungus itself, as it kind of gives off this warm greenish glow. As he comes in, sits down cross-legged on the table, and invites you guys to come and fill in the circle and close the curtains behind you. He says, all right, so I'm one of Mormont's most trusted eyes and ears down here. He sends me messages to go investigate something, and I do. I'm good at what I do. I've died a couple of times doing what I do. But I get the info, and I scout things out. So my first question is, what do you guys know about this Soul Stone of Intellect?
Yeah, we're not really strong on...
All we really know is...
We're not really strong on the knowing.
We don't know
thing.
too much about it. We just know in general about the stones.
Judging by the other two
that we
types
have
of
collected.
stones that we've already collected, we know
know
it's
that they're-
probably damn dangerous.
You see just kind
And
of...
usually in the hand of a despot of some kind.
Yeah, or a dragon or something.
You see his face kind of just like sink a little bit. Who did you send, Mackenzie? Who did you send?
Oh, you may have heard of us. We're Dragon Slayers. You know the Dragon Cult? You ever hear of them? Yeah, they're not around anymore because of us.
We don't get much news from the surface down here.
Really?
Maybe you've heard of us, Tarek the Head
Tiamat
Smashers.
almost destroyed the world last year. That doesn't ring a bell.
No, we've been down here.
Great.
We've never heard Tarek and the Head Smashers.
Never been so jealous in my life.
It doesn't matter. Let's fill us in, please, Mr. of Great Information.
So, okay. Well, so you know the other stones are powerful. functions just like that. My guess is, have you fought people who knew how to use these stones or are aware that they had these stones?
Also not so much.
Probably not. No, now that I think about it, no. They didn't really try to use them on us.
Okay, well, this individual here that has this one is a unsavory little mind flayer named Thilic.
Oh, sorry, did you say mind flayer?
Yeah, you guys do know what a mind flayer is. An Illithid, brain eater, brain devourer.
Yeah.
Nature?
Yeah, you can do a nature check.
14.
14? Yeah, you've actually not heard of Illithids or mind flayers.
Well, actually,
17.
We know an Illithid, don't we? Because he is Mackenzie Mormont's buddy who told us about.
He's a Gith.
Oh, he's a Gith. Sorry. Oop, never mind.
You know he fought mind flayers, but you don't know what they are. And he very much hates mind flayers.
His nature
Mind flayer.
I also don't know. What
17 will know
Oh, okay.
that they are creatures from the Underdark, originally the astral plane, and they very much favor consuming brains. Like the smarter you are.
I floated by some leftover energies from the mind flayers when I was in the astral plane. There's a lot of brain eating energy. I really respected the brain eating. I thought it was very focused on the brain eating.
I get the feeling they're not gonna fill themselves up around you guys.
No, that's maybe why Mackenzie sent us.
Well, there's some things to know. First of all, mind flayers like to operate in a colony, a hive type of thing. Those creatures you get on the surfaces, from that saying, sting like a butterfly, float like a bee. Those butterflies are nasty, my friend. Absolutely nasty. They work together. They got like a head butterfly that controls all the other butterflies. They are not pleasant to deal with.
That's actually bees, by the way.
I'm pretty sure it's butterflies. The saying is sting like a butterfly, float like a bee.
Anyway,
These did float in the astral plane.
Maybe they just had different sayings down here.
fair enough.
So every now and then a
Can't use
butterfly.
that word. Only they can use that word. Fondle.
Every now and then, a butterfly likes to break off and learn more than what the other butterflies know. These mind flayers that decide, there's more magic out there that we can deal with. There's more out there than this elder brain that we all belong to. And you get a small colony that breaks off every now and then, try and seek out their own way, think independently, have their own independent thoughts and emotions and controls. And they are mean and nasty because mind flayers not exactly liked anywhere. Also not amongst the other mind flayer communities. They see it as a poisoned. You don't want conformers getting new ideas about thinking outside the box. Elder brains very much go out of their way to destroy rogue colonies of mind flayers. So what you get is this group of mind flayers who are now, you get about 9 or 10 of them in a group. They try to establish their own hive. They are under constant attack from adventurers, their own hive, just the natural forces down here who don't gel very well with independent thought. And you get a bunch of people, a bunch of creatures who all of a sudden see death happening all around them, and they wish to find themselves a way around death. And what do you know about arcane users and wanting to extend their lives magically?
Terrible news always.
Yeah. So I'm going to assume you guys know about liches and the undead. And
We've met a couple liches in our time.
yeah, well, okay, so maybe Mackenzie ain't such a schmo anymore, sending you guys down here. Got some experience with the undead.
We once saw a flight of lich dragons burst from the very ground in front of us and fly into the sky.
That
That
is almost
was kind of our fault.
We don't need to tell him everything, everybody.
You see him whip out like a small little. You see Frig whip out like a small little notepad just because he can still write collect the information.
Hey, he says he's never heard of us. He should know the kind of stuff we've been through.
But why all the bad things?
I thought it was impressive.
I'm just still having trouble distinguishing between inside of my mind and outside of my mind.
What's your excuse, Tarek?
Huh? Oh, I'm writing him sheet music so that he has my music.
Oh my gosh.
Mondo is very frustrated.
We are the worst covert operatives ever known to man.
Guys, let's be super stealthy. Hey guys, we're on a super stealthy mission.
Nobody cares.
He's our contact. He knows exactly who we are, doesn't he? Yeah.
No,
No, he doesn't know who we are.
Apparently not.
Well, he knows why we're there.
Yeah, he is over there. Anyway.
So he says,
Continue, please.
so you get these Illithiches that extend their life, and because they're not quite human, they're not quite of this material plane, things go a bit different from them. Yeah, you've killed a lich before, right? I assume, I hope, I pray, I cross my fingers.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so you know what happens when you don't kill a lich properly, right? They
continue to lich away.
Yes. Well, these Illithiches kind of change the rules a bit, so they kind of have a box of souls that kind of act like an elder brain for themselves, because they still have to have that sense of community, that mindful sharing. And when one of them dies, it goes into the box. All their knowledge, all their memories, all their emotions, into the box. Want to extend your life? Put something in the box. You get their life. You want to live 100 years? Put a 100-year-old thing in the box. You want to live 50 years? Put a 50 years thing. It all stacks on top of you. Just kind of like putting money in the bank, and you spend it at a later time.
What happens if you put the box in a bag of holding?
So if we are to...
It's a good question, and I don't want to know.
Yeah, actually, it's a pretty good question. I don't know if we have any bags of holding to spare, though.
Well, and here's the tricky part, is that the more things you collect, the more memories you collect, the more knowledge you collect, you've essentially got a box of knowledge here that spans maybe a combined lifetime of 1,000 people.
That's
1,000 Illithid. You know, spells that have never been casted. You know, items and locations and people and places and things, which makes a concentrated form of a creature with almost infinite knowledge that knows how to tap into that power. So he knows that he's got this soul stone, and he knows how to use it. And it's how he's been keeping himself alive. Because anytime someone tries to mess with him, either into the stone or into the box.
Great. So how do you not have that happen to you?
Don't fight him. Don't go near him. Avoid him at all costs. But apparently the stone is really bad. The stone needs to get off all planes of existence and knowledge, is what Mormont has told me.
That's why we're here. So, a way to get to the stone without encountering this guy would be fantastic.
Well, it's also having briefly got in there. I'm not going back in. I'll show you the front door. I ain't going in again. It's kind of on top of his staff. And he sits there waiting.
For what?
Anything. Anything. He's bored.
So what happened when you went in?
I kept myself at a distance. I kept myself... I don't know if you know my kind, but we're built to... And it's a weird thing. Mind flayers and rats, they kind of get along together. We kind of pick up the pieces of... we clean up the scraps for them every now and then. So being part rat myself, they kind of like... You know, like if you ever come home, do you ever greet the rats when you come home and say, "Hello, rats, how you doing? How was your day today?"
Never, not once.
Yeah, see, it's kind of the same thing with... We're kind of not smart enough to be around them. And I kind of avoid the areas in there. But I will say this. He used to have a hive. Now he has a fortress. Because that thing has been assaulted so many times by adventurers, by other mind flayers trying to take him down. He's a threat to everybody.
Does he still have a hive of his own?
I don't know. If he does, it's all in the box.
So he sits there by himself in his castle?
It's more of like a butterfly hive.
Sure. But you saw no other creatures in there?
Nothing alive.
So undead creatures?
They weren't moving. They were the remnants of what used to be in there.
And you believe if you kill his physical body, his soul would return to the box, or he is unkillable?
It would go to the box, so he's physically dead, but not spiritually or mentally dead.
And so then he can transfer his consciousness to a new body.
Oh no, once you're in the box, you're in the box.
So if we kill his physical body, he's in the box.
Yes. But then you got the box with the guy in it.
And what if we, smash the box?
That I don't know. That you would have to find out. But the box is a very dangerous box.
Yeah.
The box is built to receive souls, so be very careful around the proximity of the box.
Yeah, I don't like that box.
I don't see how we're going to pick it up safely.
Yeah, I mean, don't punch it out of nowhere, but
Oh, I learned that lesson.
Yeah, this ain't a punching box. This is a very special box.
Yeah, well, thanks. Maybe we'll teleport the box. Anyway, we'll figure out the box.
Oh, there's no teleporting down here, buddy.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that problem. by the way, do you know, by any chance, could a cleric of Palor cast any spells in his lair?
Well, I do know that the people adversely opposed to him have some definite troubles in there. I'm not exactly the most benevolent of people. I did just fine. I witnessed horrors and saw terrible things in there that I wish not to see again.
So does he ever leave this place?
No, because then you're pulling the butterfly out of the hive. It's got to fight not on its own terms.
He has no business with anyone outside of this place.
Only if he's got to go get another soul to refuel his box or his gem.
And how often does he do that?
It depends on the last soul he consumed. Could have been a 2-year-old, could have been a 150-year-old.
Well, he must have minions that bring him creatures for the box.
Well, mind flayers do have minions, but the working outside the colony makes it difficult. He's a very oppressed peoples, as you would say on the upper worlds.
Bark up at that.
He's an undead abomination that everyone wants to see dead. He's got no allies. All his allies are now in the box.
Well, then you only know the one entrance.
I only saw the one entrance. I know where it is. I can show it to you.
What other people in town would want him dead?
Any mind flayer probably want him dead. They probably already know the location, but they're just too afraid to go in because either you lose someone to inside the box or you lose another piece of knowledge. It's kind of like a currency with mind flayers. They don't cherish gemstones or coins, but even magical items really, but interesting things that catch their attention and knowledge and information, but not in a written sense. It's all got to be inside the gray matter.
So memories?
Memories, ideas, knowledge, themes, stuff they've never heard or thought of before.
Well, they're gonna love Tarek.
I don't know. He kind of looks like a fast food stopover meal to me.
Yeah, he definitely thinks about things you don't want to think about.
So I can bring you there. Take you about a day's worth of travel. No problem. I can lead you to the entrance, but once I get you guys to the entrance, my job is done. I'm out. You're on your own after that.
Do you know anyone else here in the Underdark who might be able to give us a bit more information about this mind flame?
You're looking at him.
Yeah.
I'm the best at what I do, sir.
Is there okay. I'm just wondering if there's maybe any supplementary information. Or someone else.
I think he knows
maybe
all
on
of
for
the
mind.
information we're getting.
If there's people that have it, they're probably inside the box, buddy.
Okay. All right, you might as well just lead us there.
Well, hold on before we go. We've never traveled in the Underdark. What should we maybe bring with us? Is there like a snack or?
You want to get water? Lots of water. You want to get breads? Lots of breads. Hard tack bread. Nothing that can spoil or get moldy. Mold is a very big theme down here. I don't know if you noticed. He kind of taps on the table. Food, just the basics, and avoid anything bright and poisonous because hey, poison in the Underdark, it's a thing down here.
No other like temperature things, fire, any like way, I don't know, like anything special we should know about.
Avoid things with bright eyes. Avoid things with bright colors. Be small and mobile and get ready to get out of the way of bigger things.
Well, that's Pela anyway.
Well, it's the small person's life. Am I right, ma'am? Am I right?
You know it.
But it's very... The Underdark's... Your key goal to survival is avoiding. So if you can avoid the bigger things...
Well, we obviously can't avoid this guy if we have to get the gemstone off of his personal staff that he never leaves and is never without.
And that's why I'm not going into that place. Because that is a fool's errand. But if Mormont believes in you, he sends you down here. He's either paying you a lot or he believes in you. Or both.
Little column A, little column B.
It ain't going to be easy. And he's probably trapped the crap out of that place. He's got to deal with insurrections all the time in there.
Okay.
Insurrections, you say?
Well, other mind flayers that would want to take the...
Mind flayers, adventures, you hear rumors of that place. It's a death trap, if you ask me.
We should seek out some local mind flayers and try to convince them to help us.
Yeah, she's joking, right?
I hope so, Pela.
Not at all. Why would we not ally with those who want to see him fall?
Because then the mind flayers that we bring there will probably try to abscond with the box.
They'll try and
Like-
abscond with the box and turn you into their own personal slaves and thralls.
And how
We
many
got
mind
brains.
flayers do you want to fight after fighting the king of all mind flayers?
No, I want them to fight him.
Yeah, but then they will have his things, and then we'll have to fight a colony.
Well, we're not going to let them get his things.
Let me put it this way. Before they fight him, they will try and turn you into their soldiers. And
Yeah.
you will be the cannon fodder, as it were.
I don't
No,
think
no, I
these-
want to use them as the cannon fodder.
Yeah, I think they will. I don't think there's a way that we can do that without killing them and resurrecting their corpses, Pela.
Oh, well, I'm not
Oh,
down
you
with
can't.
that.
You can't resurrect a mind flayer corpse.
Well, that's good to know.
Once they die, they either go to the Elder Brain, or if you're like the Cephilic guy, into the box.
I think they would want to add us to their own box or just make us their own personal slaves. These people don't seem like they want to play nice with anybody.
Yeah, mine.
So is there anyone else around here that wants to get rid of this horrible monster?
I mean, you try and avoid the big things. You try and avoid the scary things. Kind of like do
What
your own
about
business.
that minotaur?
You look pretty formidable.
Mercs.
You're right there.
You mean
Yeah, I just think this is
you mean
dumb
Moose down
idea.
there? Moose is a big, strong guy.
Yeah.
You
Well,
pay him enough, Moose will do just about anything.
Oh, we can pay.
I'm just
No,
worried
we
about.
can't.
Right.
No, we can't. We lost 105,000 gold.
Yeah,
we
so
have
what?
lots
Mercenary
of
work
money,
is
yeah.
done for like tens, if
Nothing.
not hundreds of gold.
I don't even know how much we have on us right now.
Hela shakes her own coin purse, which is full of platinum pieces. She's like, "We're fine. We can hire a mercenary or two."
Yeah, I also have some money on my person. Well, although to be fair, maybe a minion minotaur is also maybe. Why are we adding problems?
Also, just so you know, Moose is big and strong, tough guy, love him to pieces. See him chop people to pieces, but not exactly the strongest of willed. Mind flayers, they're big on the psionics, they're big on mental manipulation. Very easily can turn Moose on you.
So you're saying we need a wizard?
Wizard could do it. Magic user would be great.
Well, good thing we have one of those in our company. Me. I mean me.
You don't come across as the wizardy type.
I am a magic user.
Oh, okay. I don't see no pointy hat. And...
No. I mean, that's fair. You got fashion, first of all. But anyhow.
Our other magician is resting inside of a gem.
Really?
Anyway, please don't have any interest in the gem, because if you take it, I will
Wait.
murder you.
Was the gem a real thing, or is that just another thing that I imagined
You
when I
know-
was...
It was a dream, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dream.
Well, tell you what.
Is this a dream?
Life is but a dream.
This is all very confusing.
Well, y'all can go row your boats, because he's bigger than me, and I like to avoid the bigger things. You don't survive very long in the Underdark if you start tussling with the things that are bigger than you.
So what's bigger than him? Out of curiosity.
Size-wise or power-wise?
Power-wise.
Not a whole lot. Maybe.
Such as...
I'm just curious, if we kill this mind flayer, will any statues be made of us?
If you get petrified, or
No, I mean, will we be a hero among the people of the Underdark?
Well, not many people know about him. Adventurers know about him, and they usually find a quick end once they step inside.
Yeah.
And the mind flayers will probably just try and, if they're going to build statues, they're going to try and mind control you, eat your brain, and turn you into thralls, and then get you to build a statue of themselves.
All right, well,
Mind flayers are not nice creatures, not nice beings.
shall we go kill a mind flayer? Let's do it.
I'm just wondering how we're supposed to do that when he can suck our souls out of our bodies by looking at us.
Well, I don't think he can do it by looking at us. Looking at us, or he has to touch us?
No, it's from what you remember of the strength gem and the health or the life gem.
Yeah.
It's can only hold one at a time, but you just have to be within 60 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you make a save, I think, of the type of the gem. And if you fail, your soul is sucked into the gem.
Well,
You do know that there's ways
we
to
tried.
get it,
Let's
though.
head back.
Also an option.
That's what I'm getting at.
Well, perhaps
I mean, Vondel, you and I are very strong-willed, but she jerks her head at the other two. I'm just saying we would lose them pretty quickly.
Yeah, well, you are wise as always, Pela. Perhaps we should consider our options in taking him on before setting out and get some provisions. Our friend.
You can get it here, and if you need moose, he's just downstairs.
All right. Well, where shall we meet you when we are ready to depart?
I'll be down at the bar drinking my woes away.
All right. Thank you. All right.
You see Frig get up, kind of leathery feet pat across the top of the table, hops down, goes off into the
So he
music.
didn't tell us where to actually find this guy.
No, he's
Yeah.
going to show you.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
going
okay.
to show us. He'll bring us there. Hopefully he doesn't lead us into a direct track. Mormont trusts him. Mormont seems pretty on the level.
Actually, give me an insight roll.
Oh, yeah.
28.
24.
Yeah, 28, you believe he's being completely sincere that he's going to bring you there, and he doesn't want to even go in that place.
Yep.
Well, as we approach him, he'll almost certainly know we are coming, because there's no way we are sneaking past
Right.
any
We
traps.
just have to go in. We just have to go in and make sure to avoid the traps and just go beat him up and kill him.
Perhaps we could blind him in some way.
No,
What
there
about,
is no way.
Vondel,
He's a psychic.
don't you have an anti-magic
monster.
sphere or something?
I do have an anti-magic sphere.
That seems like the best way to get our souls not sucked out of our bodies. Is to make his stone not magical.
I will need to pray on that.
You have all the time in the world.
Yeah. With the proper preparations, I
Oh yeah,
believe
we
I
should
could-
not go right now. We need to actually get some preparation before we're not just going to charge into this place.
But perhaps an anti-magic field would be able to block the effects. We'd have to stay pretty close together, though.
I think we can do that.
What else could probably work? Once again, we could turn into gas.
I have a feeling that won't prevent him from ripping our souls out.
No, true.
You give him a little gassy soul.
He'd probably burp.
Burp if you're lucky.
Oh, that's actually maybe not a bad idea.
I think he's just going to know we're coming either way, so we might as well just go in, avoid the traps, and kill him.
I wonder how that would go down. Ooh. If we're looking for greater help, I could maybe conjure some beings that could aid us in this quest. However, I do worry if the Mind Flayer would be able to also gain control of this creature. Anything else we bring in this fight could mean our own demise.
Give me either a nature or a history check regarding mind flayers.
That's a good one. I'll go with nature. Oh, I got 25.
Oh,
24, sorry.
20 is good enough. Again, you're not completely familiar with it, but you do know that mind flayers do specialize in mind manipulation, much in the same way that vampires have thralls. Mind flayers have thralls as well. Very much manual labor, cannon fodder, in that they use mental psionics to easily, the weak-willed and not intelligent get dominated very quickly and very easily. But you do hear stories of mind flayers specifically targeting parties to raid up to grab wizards or people with high intelligence to kind of like have a feast.
Oh, well then, we won't be all that appetizing.
No, but I wonder, what do I know about Celestials' willpower?
Willpower? Oh, yeah, you wouldn't even need to roll that. Yeah, you know that Celestials are very anti-magic and very, pretty much under the wards of their protected gods. That, while wise, I can't remember their intelligence rating. They are very resistant to magic, though, and I believe mind control. I'm not 100% on that. I could be wrong.
All right,
But
well,
I do believe they have magic resistance naturally too.
interesting. That could be fun.
Where are we going to get a celestial?
I can bring one forth.
Oh, well, that would probably be a great idea.
Yeah, we'll try that one. That's a good thing to try. An anti-magic field, maybe a good thing to try. I can do both those things also at the same time, maybe.
Just so you know, if you summon something in the anti-magic field, it will still technically be summoned, but will just pop out of existence until you move it away from the field.
Oh, interesting. But what could, if I was away from it, could I still issue it commands while I'm in the field?
No, because your field is you're yourself are casting magic inside the anti-magic field.
All right. Actually, and Conjure Celestial is actually a concentration spell, so never mind. As is Anti-Magic Field, never mind. So I couldn't do them at the same time.
Mutually exclusive.
Mutually exclusive spells. So that's an option.
We should, if Dolus is capable of speaking again, we should see what kind of tricks he has up his sleeve as well that we could use.
Yeah, it's true.
You do know Dolus has a ton of tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, that's his bread and butter.
Wish, time stop, whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, Wish Spell might be... the time stop itself actually could potentially be a game changer here. I forget how it works exactly, but I believe when he time stops, he can move objects but not people.
Yep.
So maybe we can move the box or something.
We could be in and out before he even sees us.
Potentially.
I mean, I could go in invisibly, although I'm certain he could probably see me anyway.
Time stop only works for the person casting the spell.
Of course, yeah. Dolus would have to time stop telekinesis.
You can't cast time stop on another target?
No, it's self only.
Yeah, self only. Well, perhaps.
Also, telekinesis is a concentration spell. Oh no, it's still works during time stop. Yeah, it still work.
Well, perhaps we should return to our abode and do some praying, do some preparations, and return a fresh day.
Agreed.
All right.
Can you watch this gym for us?
Let's go hide under a mushroom or something.
I don't know, man.
Hakaliana will sit outside because she only needs to trance for 4 hours.
Oh, that's
Keep
pretty
watch.
That's right. I guess I do trance. So.
You can just carry. You can carry it around with you. You
Yeah.
can keep it in your pocket.
That's what I'll do. I'll just walk in a trance. Walk in meditation.
Or just have a night out on the Hakliana's night out.
In a trance.
In a trance.
I'm just staring at like mushrooms that are moving.
All right.
Oh, that's
but
perfect.
I will call it there because it's getting close to 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it's a good place to leave off. And hopefully after Easter breaks and whatnot, we can have a session to jump into Seathilic's lair.
All right.
Blah, blah, blah.